Republicans promised to lower costs on day one.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Says I have no political consideration, will never run for an elected office again.
Never again.
Never again.
Why, too soon?
Ask you a question.
They don't know what the they're doing. You understand that?
Ask you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
laws, yes or
No.
no?
But you have this woman Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
Go back to your own country and figure out your constitution.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Why do you like racist laws?
Some of these women, they're so stupid.
Yeah, I just did. But would you?
We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Whoa! Welcome! Isaac, go back to where you came from, Gingerland, and you fix it. How you doing, buddy?
You know what? I got to upgrade this camera because I'm being slandered of alleged gingerness. But I'm doing well. Kind of in a bad mood. Trying not to black pill. But being realistic, we're going to win in the end. Christ wins in the end. It's all good, but we're going to break it down. So I'm going to try to keep a rein on it tonight.
I'm a gray pillar. You got a white pill as hard as there is to black pill, and there is plenty of reasons to black pill. But we're going to have a few laughs in the process. Dragonwise, pleasure having you on here. Last week you sent a 50 and basically said, why have I not been on the show yet? And I said, well, conveniently, I need people next week. Please, God, come on the show. Thank you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
No one ever asked. Isaac, why didn't you ask how I am? Do you not care? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Despite this Isaac guy. Yes. So we're all super jealous of all the MIGA Connors out there. We're having to hold down home base and make sure.
I don't mind being on the reserves.
Yes. We got to make sure civilization doesn't collapse while they're all gone. And we're not doing a very good job at the moment, guys. Yes. So, Gaming Ronin. I appreciate you being on the show so much. Isaac suggested I invite Ronan on the show.
I didn't specify.
We played Lort the other day, and I've seen you've been on, the other people's streams. So I thought Gaming Ronan. Yeah, good idea. I'll invite him.
I'm the first Ronan that people think of, so I'm making it.
Yes, Ronan the Crusader is.
You've left an impression, my man. Always troll us and totally. Do not ever want to play Repo with you again, but that's okay. I'm happy to have you on, though. So
yes, how you doing, Game Ronan? Pleasure to have you.
Doing well, just chilling. Finally finished playing Prototype tonight, so big into my backlog.
What? Is it a remaster or is it OG?
OG on the 3.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, I love those games. Those I didn't play that one as much as the Infamous games. Really enjoyed those ones.
Funny enough, I actually finished Infamous a few months back. So
that first game where you have to decide to kill your whether or not you'd like to kill your buddy at the end. What's his name? Zeke? Did you kill Zeke?
That'd be the second game.
Oh, that was in Infamous 2. Okay.
Yes.
Did you kill him?
I haven't played Infamous 2 yet.
Oh, no, I didn't spoil anything for you.
I've seen the game, cutscenes and stuff already a few years ago.
Great distractions. So, man, I pressed the wrong intro. I am a failure, guys. Everything's crashing down around me, but I appreciate you guys are here to enjoy it with us all. Chat, thank you.
Thanks,
for
Mom.
joining us.
Appreciate that.
I made it, Mom. Absolute pleasure to have you all here. Consider hitting that thumbs up. Feel free to share the stream. I don't have it pulled up except everything up. All my tabs are literally backwards. Opera GX is broken, so I have to go right to left with my tabs like a manga, and it's let's go ahead and get through these tabs. We got some fun stuff to start off with. Steak and Shake. They started with going Maha, then they gave some Tesla showcase free rides and whatnot you could do, and now Patriot milkshakes for the 250th, and for all those Jessica and ABF types out there, dark chocolate. And hear me out. Priced at $2.50 for the rest of the year. So I think this is like a lost leader. They're doing this for America. Yep. Isaac, you seem to enjoy this. Thoughts on patriotic milkshakes?
I wish we had a Steak and Shake in my entire state, which we don't. So I may have to travel to go try it, but it looks worth it.
My first restaurant job was at a Steak and Shake.
Really?
It's like fake 50s diner food.
Yeah, well, that's cool. But I know they have a good reputation. They got rid of seed oils, got beef tallow, so they're doing it right, man. You know.
Dragon wise, thoughts?
I'd like to try it, but I don't know where the nearest Steak and Shake is for me.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think Steak and Shake started like around me, so we have tons of Steak and Shake. So, wait, Gronin, you ever been to a Steak and Shake?
I don't know if there's one near me.
I can't say I've ever seen one in person, to be honest. So.
I would say I probably
I've been to Steak and Shake
ago,
plenty of times, but
yeah. Oh, okay. So okay. Well, still though, you love to see it, and honestly, the fact that they're not bigger makes them probably a little less corpo, which means they can get away with this pro-America stuff. And guess what? Americans like being pro-America, raising their hands up and going, "Woo!"
Pledge of Allegiance in a cup.
Good to see you, Jake.
Jake, dropping the woot. Love to freaking see it. Always a pleasure having you here. And we have a clip for literally exactly that as soon as I remember how the alphabet works.
Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American? Hail a cab. Testify in church or just raise the roof.
My favorite's raising the roof. And he's dropping you want a garlic butter burger, people. It's the business. They do their breakfast. Their breakfast is really good. They had one that had basically everything like just smushed like all together, and I'm the kind of guy who mixes all of my Thanksgiving food together to shovel it as one gigantic Akira blob mess into my mouth.
Well,
cranberry sauce and all. Yeah,
it's all going to the same place.
Yeah,
the toilet.
Exactly. Cranberry sauce, though, we have too many tabs. We will discuss the cranberry sauce nonsense later. Probably
Ocean
on a
spray canned. I'm just saying. So.
I know you need the ridges, like the
I do.
upside down Snickers bar.
It needs to be
I agree with Isaac on that.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Woo! Oh, Jake, always good to see you, homie. Appreciate you. So, we like to talk about the Overton window and where people are politically as well as obviously culturally as well. I like this. Good sign. And I tried to start off with some positives. And then we immediately go into the ethnic replacement of the Irish. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. This is a parade in Ireland.
An Indian flag?
It's Indian people. Yeah. Ironically, the same colors on the two flags, just rearranged differently.
Yeah.
Yes. Like Gaming Ronin, he said he didn't really care too much about politics until it started infesting all of his gaming and entertainment and everything.
Yep.
We're done. We're done being infested. I don't like being ethnically cleansed. I don't care about being white, but when everyone is actively trying to wipe my people off the face of the planet, I gotta start caring a little bit. I don't like this. It's St.
When
Patrick's
everybody
Day.
else in the world is tribal and you're not, you're gonna die as a people.
Yes.
So it tends to we're not the type of people. We're not egotistical. We don't think we're better than it, but we don't want to go extinct either. We want our children and grandchildren to have safe countries that we grew up in. That's not radical whatsoever. That's common sense. So
And even if they're the good ones and assimilate perfectly to where they wear the costumes and everything, it's still not us. We still got replaced, but I don't want anyone.
We have our own heritage.
Yeah, I don't want anyone ethnically cleansed. Ethnically cleansing people is a bad thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And Dragon, you're spot on. We do have our own heritage and our own culture. We are the culture, I would argue.
No argument here. Yeah. For them to come in this is us, just like Cleopatra was black, apparently.
I just grabbed that clip the other day from my Relooted video. Yeah.
My grandmother told me Cleopatra was black.
Yes.
Which is retarded.
Isaac, you're gonna love my Relooted video.
I can't wait. Yes.
Dragon, you're a bit hot on the mic. If you want to push it a little farther away, probably take care of it.
Is that better?
Yeah, nailed it.
Perfect.
All right. Now, Ireland's new president. This is the president of Ireland.
Oh God.
Wow.
And this is her address for St. Patrick's Day, where she refuses to refer to St. Patrick as a saint. Isaac, does that bug you at all? Calls him Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, it bugs me because, for crying out loud, I'm a Protestant and I call him St. Patrick. We love the guy. It's European culture, man. I don't care if you're not a Christian or not. Respect our culture. Respect our culture or get out. You don't have to agree to assimilate and respect, and to be the president of Ireland and not say it is disgusting.
Yeah.
And not wearing any green, literally muted colors like it's a damn funeral. This weak ass little flag in the background.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
Oh. Yeah, I don't really care about St. Patrick's Day. Does anyone here care
I always
St.
forget. However,
yeah.
although it doesn't show up on the camera as well.
I'm not Irish or Catholic, but I know a lot of people who are, and I respect their culture.
Well,
Button, StreamYard work.
I used to wear a green fedora going to work, every St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I pressed that 75 times. Yeah, like,
I mean, I did.
It's really just drunks that care. But it's one of those things like Columbus Day where like I didn't care, but now that they're trying to destroy all of it and destroy that heritage and that history, now it's like I should start celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Well, have you ever seen
Irish? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Have you ever seen the meme of the Greek and the Roman and the Anglo all saying, we're not alike, we gotta fight, and then they look and there's like a Somalian over in the corner. It's like we're more alike than we think. We can't fight.
I've seen. Well, the Northern Irish aren't huge fans of England or anyone else in the UK.
I sent it like a month ago. We covered it. There was a big in Ireland, a big leftist newspaper published an article saying Protestants and Catholics suddenly uniting over hating what was it? Gay and racial minorities. That was the headline of the article.
Yeah, so. I know. Some solidarity.
Also, happy birthday, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, is that a roundabout way to say it's your birthday? Freaking happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Hell
yeah, that's a whoop for that. Jake, appreciate you. Spend your time here. Yeah, are we reading this wrong? Before we start wishing happy birthdays left and right.
Yeah.
Wait, is that true? I used to eat way too many Lucky Charms as a kid. I don't think my poop ever turned green. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. All right,
Yes.
I think we have a little more. Okay, all right, we got get a little serious, a little ethnic cleansing. Can anybody please explain to me, like, I'm an 8-year-old, what the Irish people have done to deserve the very real potential of becoming a minority in their own rightful homeland? Because it's always, the critical theory is that, Dragon, I was just about to be on a roll. I had smart words to say. So the whole critical theory before we got critical race theory is all England bad, colonizers bad. It's all England. But the Irish were treated like black people in this country. They didn't have some empire. They've been fighting the evil colonizers. So like, where is there in there? But who cares? Because Dragon dropping 10 memberships. And have we confirmed birthdays yet? Oh, it is. What the heck, Jake?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Happy birthday. And I know all of us people, we want to be like men and not say our birthday. Too many people are like, oh yeah, I guess it's my birthday. Let us know a little beforehand. We like you people. Let us sing happy birthday song for you and make you feel really uncomfortable. Happy birthday. Oh my God. No.
It's not.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
No.
Jake, we love you, but we're not that much. I'm sorry. So,
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Jake, appreciate you. There's not enough no homos in the world for us to sing happy birthday, Mr. President. All right, no, sorry. That's all you're getting, Jake. Yes, appreciate you all being here. Appreciate you, Dragon. Oh, wait. Oh, Dragon. Any dragon-related clips you can think of?
Oh,
You would like played after you super chat or gift you?
yes. Have you ever seen the end of Dumb and Dumberer? Whenever Bob Saget hits them with a car and there's mud everywhere, and he goes, "What's with you people and fecal matter?"
Okay, I thought I meant like dragon related. What's with you?
I apologize.
People and fecal matter.
Smog, or the one from Harry Potter, or but that works too.
What's with you people in fecal matter will play well after ABF's shitting on everyone.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
All right, well, it's all right. Hey, you gave me an answer. I was expecting more dragons, less Indian street shitting, but sorry, I had a little something in my throat there. Right, appreciate you guys. I'll say I did a little investigation. The old Sydney was getting a little stale, so just throwing it out there.
Yes,
we have some incentives now. Or and then basically, yeah, like. What the hell did the Irish do? Why are we ethnically cleansing the Irish? That's bad. All right, moving on. All right, this one. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that them just coming in and trying to take over, that's, like you said, centuries of history. It's wrong.
Oh, yeah, and like...
It's kind of like, what's going on here?
There's reason Europeans look at us and are like, oh, America, lol, you haven't even been around for 250 years yet. They've been around a long time. They deserve to exist and not be replaced by people where there's over 1 billion of them in their own damn country and could literally replace like everyone and still have too many people in their country. We need to not have that happen, or else the whole world's going to be a call center, and I don't think anyone wants that. Now, okay, I mean this in the nicest way possible.
It would make for good content. I'll just say that. Okay, that's about it. The scam call centers, pranking them. That's about it. But I want a country to return to as well. So,
Dragon, I request you keep doing that. All right, so YouTube and Gaming Run. I don't want you to think ill of me or anything. So this, I'm quoting an X post here. This is from Gary. If you live in a third world country, it's nothing personal, but I hate you. I hate you so much and want the worst for you and everyone in your lands. I resent having to share a planet with you. So YouTube, I'm only showcasing, this is educational content. This is to show where the Overton window is at currently. I talked to my buddy who I hadn't talked to in a while, Patriot, the guy who was on these original. He does crypto stuff, so he works with a lot of people in the rest of the world, a lot of not the nicest countries as well. And he's telling me about how he knows some people in Oman, I believe it was, and as well as some other people, but particularly them, about how pretty much everyone is hating Indians. It's not just us who, and like,
I wonder why.
The things I've heard, dude, the things I've heard black people say, especially black Americans, it makes me look very tame. Even the things I say off stream. I'm just going to say it's like 1930s Germany level language coming from black Americans regarding Indians. I'm just going to say. So,
yeah. So
you think we have words. They have words. Okay.
I neither condemn nor condone this. This is just to show where the Overton window is currently at, and it's moving fast. Because like I try not to talk about it too much, but one of the reasons I really tried to, I spent so much time on that documentary, try to, make it big, was because I really was hating delivering pizzas because I kept getting stiff by Indian people and black people, and getting stiff by the same demographics over and over. It does things to a person. And
I will say,
how do stereotypes develop?
I know, I didn't want to feel that way. Oh. We have multiple Ronins.
We got to put them side by side. We got to put them side by side. Okay. 2 Ronins, 1 stream. Right.
Hold on to the ride. Woo!
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so like I'm not new to the they're literally the ones who have invaded my city are literally the Sikh truckers that plow into you at 80 miles an hour while you're stopped in traffic. Shame. All right, the first one I let go, but that's getting to shame.
Someone's got to mute.
This might also help the audience as well too. The homies like to call me Big Rhonda, so that might help everyone.
I'm a retard, Ronan. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
And Lex calls you Catboy too, so that's confusing.
Don't get me started on Lex, unfortunately.
I know, same.
Yeah.
Oh God! And who else wants to join? It's Jake. It's your birthday. You want to join? Okay. Pleasure having everyone here.
Cornboy, are you free? Let us know.
We're just getting started. Now, this is a new segment. Man, this segment makes me sad, but it's just old footage of America or the UK, and
I cry when I see this stuff. to be honest.
This is
And
post
I don't
Good old
cry.
times.
This is post 9/11. This is in this century, and it's just like
awful lot of honkies.
That's
I
July
was gonna
4th.
you
Take me
can't
back.
you
Take
can't
me
help
back.
but do a lot of noticing. Sadly.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable. No, all right,
mean,
moving
like-
on. I don't want to be sad, but yeah, please go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, even that, like, putting the whole race thing aside, like, I imagine there were plenty of minority folks, shall we say, that were still behind a lot of them, because again, that was post 9/11. Everybody was united after that shit, honestly.
Yeah, man, I just like feeling united as a country, having civic unity. That must be nice. You can probably do lots of crazy things, like win world wars and stuff like that. And currently, we're just destroying ourselves.
Dude, 6 months ago, Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and the left absolutely tried to tear this country apart, seam by seam.
Ugh.
It was disgusting display of behavior. And
25 years removed from 9/11, or nearly 25 years, and now there's some places where Sharia law is.
Sharia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, corn.
We're looking at you, New York City.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's oh my god, it's one like thumb in the eye after another, like disrespect, like Chappelle show, F your couch, like kicking the Charlie Murphy kicking the muddy shoes into the white couch, like oh my god, and then the green and red alliance going on, it's embarrassing, and we got Nick Shirley out here doing more than the entire Republican Party out here with like a security guard and a camera guy. Have you guys seen this? I haven't dabbled much in it. Anyone watch this? His new California
I have not watched the new one.
Ooh, yeah, he dropped a big one. 8.4 mil, and then a bunch of other people shared it. And it's got millions on others. But I love this. Yeah, the sound of hospice money. This is
He's doing the Lord's work right here.
Yeah, this is a motel with 30 different like hospice or like healthcare companies working there, getting taxpayer money. A lot of them don't even speak English. He just keeps showing their nice cars. Where can we open a hospice at? Get the Maybach, just like you.
God.
I have to do my taxes shortly. Thankfully, there's no tax on tips. So if there weren't, I'd be so angry right now. I'd be ready. I'd be ready to go claw my tax money back, but thank God I don't have to do the revolution until the no tax on tips runs out in a couple of years.
I know somebody who can help you with your taxes.
Somebody remind me again, how is it the Revolutionary War started? What was the tax percentage?
No taxation without representation.
3%. And what are we at now? We're at like 37% or higher?
We're at a shit ton percent. And I just want to say what Dragon said too. I'm saying no taxation without remigration. That's where I'm at. Mass deportation.
I agree.
Or riot in Minecraft.
I like to go the extreme end, considering the flag behinding. No taxation, period. That's pretty much where I'm at this point.
Taxation is theft.
Fair. Yes.
Yeah. Well, remember when beginning of Trump and we had the giant oversized MAGA hats on Tucker and Elon, and we were doging out hard, and all those terrorists were going to pay for income taxes instead. Hell, everyone's going to get $5,000 in tariff money, and those were good days. Were we naive? Or
thank you. Come again.
No. See, Gaming Ronan, do you own a Maybach, whatever that is, something expensive?
No, I do not.
Have you considered looking more like this?
No,
then you could.
I think you might
if
be
I
able
get
to
an
pull off
expensive car out of it.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. All right. Well, Nick Shirley out here.
Would you be willing to be a trans Arab woman for a nice car, Ronan? That's the real question.
We just got to get you to practice the gutter language. That's all.
That's true.
You can't sell the car, though. You can only drive it.
Exactly.
No, I can find a different grift. Let's see.
Yeah.
Any new war start? Maybe we could. I'm going to rebuild Iran, actually. Now,
make Iran great again, right, or something.
Okay, so I think it's got out of order because yes. So the White House, President Donald Trump establishes the task force to eliminate fraud. Okay, so I remember we did like our 6-month review of what we like most about Trump's like beginning, and I really love the Doge stuff. And then they ran Elon Musk out of Washington, D.C. to the point where he called Trump out for being in the Epstein files. That was one of the worst decisions the administration
I
made.
read distinctly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
he literally said straight up, he said, "You're not releasing it because you're in it," is what he said. So
I love all that stuff, and I assume you guys like stopping the fraud, right?
Yeah. Doge was
very
awesome.
popular. Yeah, and even because some people, oh, the deportations are scary and mean, and this and that, but like getting rid of fraud, everyone can get behind getting rid of fraud, right? So I think the polling is coming in not so good, and well, out of some desperation, I guess maybe we'll do some stuff domestically. We got the task force to eliminate fraud. All right, we're getting exactly what we want.
Another committee.
Yes, to do absolutely nothing. I don't think any of the well, actually, wait, has this changed? Oh, okay. So the bots did some fortification the last time I checked this and the others.
Look at that again. Scroll up, Erwin. Wait, go up. Babyest of Yodas. Babyest of Yodas.
Yeah. I thought that said task force to eliminate Fauci at first. I was okay with that too. I can neither condemn nor condone that statement.
Your son is growing up.
Yes, he's really coming up in the world. All right, and then who's in charge of it? J.D. Vance. Okay, I like that. Let's see if this post has been fortified. Oh, yeah. No, that one's not being very supportive. Nothing will happen, just like with Smalley childcare fraud. Oh, of course, Gunther supports him. My gut tells me this isn't just starting. It's a continuation of the Doge with Palantir. Yay!
Oh.
Yay, yeah.
I love it when these big $1 million military industrial complex companies have all this information. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, the Palantir guy says he's actually protecting us from all. He has all of our information, collects and stores it, and buys and sells it to protect us because otherwise the bad guys would have it. So it's actually good that they have all of our information.
I'm just a lowly goy in need of techno-Jew protection, big time. And I trust him. Peter Thiel, he's so much better than me. I trust him. So
I don't like it.
It's like a choice of, do you want to be ruled by Americans and Jews, or do you want to be ruled by the Chinese? I don't enjoy
choose
either.
American Christians.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes,
That's
I would prefer that, but
hey, don't forget about all the Gulf state oil sheiks as well, teaming up with Jared Kushner and the tech.
They might get the gays out of our video games, though.
Okay, yeah, gaming running.
That would be a plus.
Do you support Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states and Jared Kushner owning EA?
If the games are better.
Do you think the games will be better than what the West is currently putting out?
I don't know. I would hope so, but
well, I mean, that's my question with like the Chinese. They give us the busty women and the good games. Do we play them?
The issue then is like they might start out good, but then when they start putting in their pro like Islam or Sharia law in the games, then
yeah, that's the joke I made. You're definitely not going to be able to pet the dog in those games.
Like if China owns most of the gaming industry or whatever, it's like, yeah, it might be nice for a bit, and then communist propaganda here, pro-China propaganda there.
What about when they invade Taiwan and then we can't even get the games in the West?
I think the only caveat is the fact that Saudi Arabia does technically have a westernized prince. The dude loves King of Fighters, so I mean that's kind of a plus, I would say.
Yeah, I know it's. I would love for the West to be able to do it, but we
Marvel Rivals is Chinese.
That's
game,
China.
And, like
Nettie's,
Gaming Ronin, American Ninja, Norman, everybody plays that a lot.
Have you seen the new video?
The season 7 trailer.
I've seen the women they put in that game, like the Sue
Cat?
Storm thing went viral. I remember Emma Frost, all that. Yeah.
There's like 8 booty shots and like 10 boob shots in this. Yeah.
Black Cat has some assets.
Dude, and they show them off. Yes, top and bottom.
I'm just telling you, if it's a good product and it's propaganda free,
that's the thing. It's like all we want is a good product. That's all we want.
Yes.
Pretty much.
All All right, so I got some more good news. As long as you don't listen to all of the replies. The American Dream. Trump signs 2 executive orders to help American citizens achieve the dream of home ownership. During the State of the Union, I did like how he's like, we're going to stop letting all the big investment firms buy everything up. And I think, yeah, we were all pretty happy about that.
Big time.
So he's doing that, but also like some mortgage rate stuff. But it sounds like we're just going to be spending more.
Get rid of the incentives for the illegal immigrants. That would help.
Yes. Yes. First reply, still waiting on all of these things. What's the point of voting if you let Democrats kneecap every policy they don't like? Wow, that is a leftist meme right there. What the fuck? How the federal let's see, deport millions and we have cheap houses.
Deportations are the big one.
I can't read that one. Mass layoffs and rising prices. The American dream is sold off to any foreign worker who showed up. How about just slashing income tax so we can just afford to buy a house? Delete the income tax.
Yep.
They called it a dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Man. So
now that's actually one phrase I've never liked. I don't like that because the American dream has existed once upon a time. It has, and it can again.
Sure.
It can again. It's not out of our reach. We can restore.
If you haven't listened to George Carlin in a while, he's a lefty. He's a bit of a commie and all those things. You just get the little clips that are good.
I have never liked him ever. I've always kind of despised him. He has some good clips, like you say, but you listen, he's not. He's
You're talking about George Carlin, the comedian. Hey, rest in peace.
Comedian.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
I was funny. He was funny. I'm just saying, ideologically, the more you listen, I'm like, I don't know how he would have been nowadays. You know,
when he calls out the elite and stuff like that, he does a good job. But he's definitely a leftoid, like
really
Bill Maher-esque.
Yeah, I that's actually the same level I put him on.
All right, now so we had another good news, but we got 200,000 foreign truckers aren't going to be able to renew their license. Wait, 200,000? They have license or what? Wait, what's happening?
They were able to do that before.
They can't renew their license? Excuse me? They have them?
Oh, yeah, they're not revoking them. But then when they come to renew them in 4 years, then they want... What? So that's the end of the good news, guys. Now for the bad news. If you guys love bad news, hit that thumbs up. Consider sharing the stream.
All that was good news before?
Yes, that was the good news. Now we have to talk about Mark Levin. I know, I'm sorry. He is... You are literally Hitler if you don't want to bomb Iran and arrest Tucker Carlson. So he literally went on the... If you don't support Judaism, parentheses, and Christianity, you're not an American.
That's insane. That's insane.
I went on a full-on tirade on this boy's channel yesterday.
Yep, it was a good one too. I re-listened to it.
Clip. I appreciate that, but I'll just try and condense it real quick. I don't know how many people here care so much about religious theology, but it's the continuous bullshit of 1800s dispensationalism, just the kind of stuff that a lot of, I'm sorry to say, Protestants like to believe in, where it's like Jews are God's chosen people, Christians need to protect the Jews, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in any of that crap. I think it's all garbage. I don't care for it.
It's the hyphenated Judeo-Christian stuff.
Yes.
No, sorry.
Ronan nailed it. Unfortunately, we had the Reformation 500 years ago, and about 200 years ago, it got deviated by propaganda from the Schofield study and dispensationalism, and a lot of American evangelicals got fooled into thinking if you need to support Israel, you need to support Judea, Jews, if you're a Christian. And no Christian on the face of the earth hates anybody based off like their ethnicity, but Judaism is not Christianity. They're not the same thing whatsoever. One embraces Christ, who is God, and one doesn't.
Yeah. The whole thing with the modern Jew is that they turn their back to Jesus.
Yes.
100%. Okay, I wasn't sure how comfortable Ronan would be with these conversations, but it looks like he's just fine. What's it? God, Alex Jones, because sometimes he goes on rants and accidentally ends places. Oh God, it was a couple of weeks ago. He ended up landing on Jews just have to accept Jesus as their savior, and then that's a good solution, Alex. I'm not sure it's gonna work.
Amen.
Though, buddy. It's a unique idea. I wonder if anyone else has thought about it. But all right, so yeah, Mark Levin.
We've been trying, Alex. We've been trying.
So back in the day, I worked at a car dealership, and so I was constantly getting in and out of cars, and I hate all the pop and whatever terrible music on the radio. Occasionally, a couple of classic rock stations or whatever would work. But I basically ended up listening to conservative talk radio, particularly like Rush Limbaugh, because I was always getting in and out of cars, and I just didn't want to sit in the quiet, so you turn on the radio, and then I smoked cigarettes at the time, so I smoked a cigarette, I'd listen to whoever was on the talk radio, which was often Sean Hannity, or if I was unlucky, Mark Levin.
Yeah.
The worst voice. You talk about like people have like a face for radio and whatnot. He does not have a voice for it. He has the most annoying voice ever. And when he starts screaming, oh my God, he's just an automatic turnoff. A Zoomer looks at Mark Levin and just goes, okay, Boomer. Like,
yes.
He's the poster child for what's wrong with the Republicans. And I'm aware of all the neocons, so I've always known that there was a bit of undue influence in the Republican Party from a foreign government, but, I never needed to obsess over it because, when we look into the globalism stuff, obviously they play a large part in that as well, but now they are making an absolute fucking power move. So now we do have to discuss it. I hate the feeling like I'm going to have to discuss it every week on this channel and end up becoming one of the obsessors. I don't want to. But they are making a power move right now. And it's blowing up in their faces.
Erwin, you're not becoming an obsessor. You're just monitoring the situation.
Noticing what's being laid out in front of you.
Oh, the new media.
Yes. One thing that I really got upset about with Mark years before any of this stuff was he was always very hostile to the culture war side of things, very much so. He would always talk down and demean people who are on more like our side of the internet, whether it be nerds,
Daily Wire types.
Yeah,
like
so boomer coded with that, and it was just such a turnoff. And then with this stuff saying, if you don't support Israel, you're 1930s German. It's like shut up.
A lot of these neocons have continuously proven themselves to be disconnected from a lot of the younger folks. Look, let's throw a little bit of heat towards Trump as well too. In his first term, he kind of called out violent video games as well too. Now he's backtracked from it a little bit, or at the very least, he just doesn't talk about it anymore. I think he's read the room, which is good enough, especially considering the PR team he has now with all of those edits that they make. But you still have to deal with a lot of the bullshit neocons that are there.
We'll discuss the Wii drone strike video. Jesus, after blowing up fucking school, Jesus Christ. All right, so Mark Levin is currently waging a holy war against Tucker Carlson for the crime of noticing. Jack Posobiec will never forget every single person who was trying to struggle session Charlie over AmFest speakers right up until his assassination. It's the same people we see trying to struggle session others today. It's the Mark Levins. It's the Ben Shapiros.
Mind you, these were the never Trumpers back in 2016, 2015, because when a lot of us, like we always say, oh man, I miss 2016 Trump. That's when they hated him the most because he didn't want no new wars. He wanted all this stuff that they hate,
Yeah, here, I'll knock this one out then, since you basically just mentioned it. There was an unprecedented coalition made up of traditional conservatives, MAHA, libertarians, young Americans who listen to Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn, former Democrats like Tulsi and RFK, and so many other non-traditional Republican voters, more independent voters. And all of that was sacrificed for a small group of never-Trumpers like Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro, who supported Ted Cruz in 2016 and Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis in 2024. Trump continuing to betray his base and his biggest supporters, run them out of the party like MTG. While we will get to the Mark Levin love fest on Truth, that is possibly the most embarrassing thing I think Trump has done so far. We will get to it. His love letter to
I would say not even so much that, more so that I don't like how he's so willing to forgive people who treated him like shit. Who treated him like shit for a decade. It's like he's too, in my opinion, he's too forgiving. These people that talk mad shit about him for years, it's like, dude, like.
Okay, the question we have to ask is this then, like, how often nowadays, at least, do guys like Mark Levin kind of give compliments to Trump, because again, I don't mean to try and demean Trump in this manner, but like he is somebody that if you play to his ego,
he's susceptible
willing
to flattery.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. If you play to his ego, he's willing to accept you into his circle just like that, no problem. Because he very much is somebody that wants to be liked. That's his ego right there. You know, and that there's not a problem with that, but it gets you led astray real easily.
Yes. And who are these people trying to lead Trump astray and us? Neoconservatives. Friendly reminder, were Marxists, Trotskyites specifically, who had a falling out with the Soviet Union when the USSR became critical of Israel. This basically the commies teaming up with Zionists, and then eventually the Bush CIA Nazis joined.
Yet, this is not how we did things back in Mother Russia.
Yes, the worst possible combination of people you could imagine. This is why you see neocons use left-wing tactics. They are leftists.
It's left-wing Judaism, right-wing Judaism is kind of like the point. And you know, and this isn't a Jew like Alex Jones montage. That's not what it is. It's not what it is. But it is like the meme where it's like, you know, right-wing Jews starting wars so that left-wing Jews can send brown people to white countries. You know, it's kind of like the coalition, and not by all means speaking in generalizations. So don't take me out of context, anybody there. But there's a point to be said, and stereotypes exist for a reason. And we're just noticing evidence laid before us. So.
Yes. Have you guys noticed anything about Ted Cruz, the Canadian Cuban? So Jack Posobiec, responding to The Blaze, is Ted Cruz. I believe Tucker Carlson is the single most dangerous demagogue in this country. Oh my God.
So hyperbolic.
Jack Posobiec. There was an ISIS bombing in New York City 2 days ago. Ted Cruz. Yeah, Jack. And Tucker, with you cheering him on, is attacking Trump and gushingly praising Iran, Hamas, and Mamdani. Okay. Jack, please show me where I did that. Have you passed the Save America Act yet, or is social media taking up too much of your time? This crowd. So normally we would do this out of power. We need to do some cleaning house, but sadly we're doing it while we're in power. We need a UK reform versus restore Britain situation going on. We're going to get it, but sadly we thought it was crazy the UK was going to have to wait 5 years to be able to get another election to get their shit together. So we're looking at like 7 years before we can attempt to vote our way out of some insanity now.
I don't know if we have 7 years. That's the biggest problem too.
Oh, yes, that's why in 2020 I wanted Biden to win and have it for 8 years, and then enough would get fucked up that we could come in and there's still a chance, because if Trump got back in here, he wasn't going to do enough. Things were going to get worse. He's going to get blamed for it. And then actual full-blown commies are going to get in, and then we might be too far gone. I'm a gray pillar, but by Trump winning in 2024, we basically chose to play on the hardest difficulty, sadly.
Oh, man.
So this is what we're going through. And normally you want to do this while you're out of power.
And it unfortunately undoes all of the good things Trump has done too, because it's a screwed up time. And so when all these things fall under his administration, Republicans across the board get blamed. And like we said, we're going to have a very challenging Democrat coalition to face. Midterms, next presidential election, and
it's the midterms. Those were already gone a while ago.
It's going to be a wash. It's going to be a wash.
Now it's whether or not they're going to take 2028. But if we get in with the JD Vance, who just does more of what we're getting.
But also, mind you, Republicans get geared up, like you said, when they're not in power. So, yeah.
Yeah, the CIA Nazis is what I called the Bushes, because the whole union banking whatnot, plus the takeover of the CIA, and then also Skull and Bones and all that fun stuff too.
That's Harvard adjacent, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they're buddies with the Clintons. John Kerry's all up in that shit too. And then you get the Hillary orbit, and you get the Humas and Muslim Brotherhood's getting all up in there.
It's all very incestuous. Just the axis of evil, as Alex Jones says, the globalists. It's one big homogenous, demonic entity that we need to fight.
Yes, it's a tentacle monster, and there are various demographics.
Multi-front war.
Various demographics that are disproportionately represented in it. including white people being our elite are definitely a big part of it, guys. We can't just blame just 15 million Jewish people. Now, okay.
We can. I'm just saying.
I just realized that was not a good transition for what I was about to bring up.
You can't blame all Jewish people. Now look at this guy with caterpillars on his face. So
I know. I love that pin the eyebrows on the Ben Shapiro.
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
All right, so Ben Shapiro.
Oh, I just want to say, speaking of Ben, totally off subject, irrelevant. When I first saw Yarmulke as a very young child at a store, I thought it was something men wore to cover bald spots. Not even
here.
I didn't know what,
I thought the same thing.
As a very young child, and I'm like, Mom, what's that? She's like, that's what Jewish men wear. I'm like, what's that? You know, it's like very young child.
I weirdly thought it was like, hey, maybe they might be playing frisbee when they're bored one day. I don't know.
True. Yes, kosher frisbee. Yes.
If I had any thoughts, it was probably that. Are they like Jewish do-rags? Kind of.
God.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they made them rap music, so it makes sense.
Hear me out, Isaac. We went into Iran with no plan because we literally got dragged into it.
It was rushed. Yes.
What is war, and who needs timetables? 2 weeks to slow this bread, bros.
Yep.
So we have a genius idea. This has never worked in the Middle East, Isaac. What is your thoughts on arming an ethnic minority to rise up against the regime? Thoughts?
We've done that. How many times already? Yeah,
3,
that's worked
4,
out well,
7?
right? And then we withdraw from Afghanistan, and we leave a lot of equipment. It's like this is recent history.
$1 billion.
And
yeah, I thought it was like $1.5 billion worth of equipment we left there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that we know of. That we know of. Yeah.
That we know of.
Yeah, and they couldn't just, you can't just drop a grenade, in a fuel tank and make sure they can't use it. Got to leave it intact.
Yeah, it's I'm joking. Obviously, they keep doing it. The hell, they fund Hezbollah. They, at the very least, did a bit of standing down at certain moments in time that they're obsessed with now.
Yes.
Now they're like, oh well, let's go ahead and take Turkey now while we're at it. Hey, let's go. I had the tab. I got rid of it. Let's go
to war with
moving.
NATO. Yes.
Let's go into Lebanon, war with NATO with Turkey. God. And you know what? We don't want Turkey to control Syria, so we want all of Syria. Oh, okay, guys. Okay.
That greater Israel map is starting to feel more and more like a reality now.
Yes.
I didn't say it. I just agreed with it. Now,
I agree.
Disagree, says Megyn Kelly. You can take the high road, and it's basically Cernovich saying ignore the lies. Take the high road and ignore for a while, but eventually, after hundreds of tweets, attacks, you punch the bully in the rhetorical face, meaning Mark Levin, and then he goes running to daddy about his micro penis.
Wow.
So if you've been a little confused about why people are talking about Mark Levin's micro penis, it's because Megyn Kelly said this, and now people are referring to him as micro penis Mark. Which I love. So but then ends up.
But the fact that started from a woman makes it not gay, So it's like she started it, So fun
and it's like News Barbie doing it. She's allowed to, make micro-peen jokes. And so the whole running to daddy, it's because Trump literally did his love letter to Mark Levin. It's so bad. But here's Marjorie Taylor Greene, also a big Trump supporter who got ran out.
I didn't see this.
I wholeheartedly support Megyn Kelly telling the world that Mark Levin has a micro penis. It's the most deserved insult, and I don't care if it's vulgar. And Trump's gigantic defense of Levin only enraged the base more. People are done. MAGA destroyed by micro penis Mark Levin. Okay, I think we're about to get to the love. Yeah, please, Isaac.
That's something I hate to see because I'm still what MAGA was founded on. And it's the MIGA. I said MIG. The make Israel.
I know. I was thinking about that. We need a better name. Yeah, MIGA or something.
MIGAs be crazy, and they're keep investing.
That's what we have to avoid. Yes.
Yeah.
But also
MIGA.
So true.
Yes.
Trishelson? Trish Ison?
Trish Ison.
Trish Ison. Okay. I knew it. Trish,
you got it.
Thanks for having Dragon Wise on the live. It's my pleasure. I love getting people on here. That was like one of the reasons I did my whole documentary was to kick everyone in the butt so they'd help save the planet, because I could tell that our elite,
that we were feeling defeated at one point in time.
I just pointed out very briefly that like Trump's not going to come save us. We have to save ourselves. A third of the comments on the video were on the documentary was, "This was a masterpiece." And then it was, "This isn't a documentary." And then it was, "Oh, Trump's gonna save us." And it was like 30 seconds of a 3-hour thing.
Yeah, that's talk about zeroing in on one thing, you know.
Come on, it's not. If you're waiting for some outside force to save us,
and this is the problem. People are looking for a savior in a flawed man. You know, I'm 100%. You know, I don't hide the fact I voted for Trump. I want him to do good things. I think he's done a lot of good things, but he's not going to save us. It's up to us. It's up to us.
Crowdsourcing it. We're all not going to be the best at it, but the cream's going to rise to the top. The more people we have attempting it, the more people who are going to make it. And it's the whole, be the change you want to see. The young people get it. A lot of this is just time. It's about basically the boomers should have given up power a while ago. So we essentially have to bully the boomers out of power / kind of just wait for them to like retire or get too old or sick and
retire.
Yes. Well, I'm not
on every seat of the government.
Well, hold on, Dragonwise. It's not just term limits on every seat on the government. You need to find a way to put term limits or limit the amount of people in the administration itself. That's the other big deal. You got all the figureheads that you give them term limits. That's not enough. Whoever's the one whispering in their friggin' ears, continuing to push a lot of this shit, you got to find a way to get rid of them.
Don't you worry. We're going to be talking about Jared Kushner. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh yeah, the lobbyist. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to skip to it.
I agree with you, Rhonda.
We've got a Susie Wiles one. Did you guys see Susie Wiles on the plane listening to a certain song?
No, I didn't. No.
Richmond from Richmond. All right, we'll get to it. I don't want to jump ahead. It is the
all right.
It is
that song did not age well, especially when he should have never done interviews ever because
what did he come out? Was he NormieCon or something?
No, he was saying diversity is our strength and stuff and all that.
That kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So that was disappointing,
Okay, I don't know what's more cringe, that or this gushing love letter to Mark.
Most likely this.
Susie just got diagnosed with cancer, and now she's going to live at the White House. Not only are you not getting rid of Susie, she's going to be at White House 24/7, and literally everyone in the administration talked about how much they love Susie Wiles. So anyone hoping on getting rid of her soon, I'm sorry, I don't think that's going to be happening. This monstrosity. Look, when he was on Twitter, it forced him to keep things concise and funny. Some staffer needs to put a character limit on him.
Character limits, yes.
This is out of control. I'm sorry.
Well, the reply is, even when it's ones that I fully agree with, it's like, dude, too long not reading that. Hope you're well. If not, whatever.
Yeah,
that
sorry
reply.
for your loss. Yeah.
It's like a text message from an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's exactly. A diatribe.
It's left on unread. It's left on unread. So.
All right. So I'm okay.
Hey, Erwin.
Mark Levin, a truly great American patriot. Does he know what patriot means?
I mean, I would argue actually something.
He is a patriot, just not a great American patriot.
Mark Levin is a patriot, just not an American.
Yeah, yes, he's quite the nationalist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is somewhat under siege by other people with far less intellect, capability, and love for our country. Wait, chaotic. Drop in 13. Dragonwise is awesome. Love the thank you. Come again. Yes, actually, could we get another one, please, Dragon?
Thank you. Come again.
Yes.
That's super accurate too.
Can you? Do you just have that nailed, or can you do it for other things?
Would you like something?
If I need you to say, all right, well, I'll say next super chat that comes in will be read by my Indian text to speech program over there on the right.
If you guys, my best.
Yeah,
I'm better at Russian accent than I am Indian.
I'm outsourcing my super chat reading to an Indian. All right, now
absolutely, I'll take that job.
Mark is tough, and man, these like random capitalizations too just drive me insane. Mark is tough, strong, and brilliant. Hence the nickname the Great One, conceived by our MAGA friend Sean Hannity. Oh my god! After years of dealing with Mark in legal media and other. Now he's talking about how like Mark got his job in like TV and he is a true conservative and intellect. Why does he keep going on about his? Does he want to fuck his intellect? Far smarter than those who criticize him. You already said that, bro. But above all, he is a man of great wisdom. You just said intellect and common.
Give me something for the cringe and let me die.
Who truly loves our country. When you hear others unfairly attack Mark, remember that they are jealous and angry human beings whose quote sway is much less than the public understands, and will now that they know where I stand with many commas rapidly diminish their standing will rapidly diminish, other than for his wonderful wife and family. Oh, okay, he's taking a break from attacking dead wives for a second. Other than for his wonderful wife and family, Mark Levin only cares and wants one thing: greatness and success for America. When what? And there's another paragraph. Those that speak ill of him will quickly fall by the wayside, as they. Oh my God, they are not MAGA. I am.
Oh boy.
That okay? Let's just take that. They are not MAGA. I am. Let's go around. Isaac. Yeah. Does that one sting a little? You're apparently not MAGA. Trump is MAGA.
That does sting. I'll admit that, because you know I've always supported him where I support him, and disagree where I disagree, and that's fine. And it's very obvious that Mark Levin supports him now because they have an aligning agenda currently. And Trump is somebody. If you support him, he's going to support you. If you criticize him, he's going to not support you anymore. Very much so. And I just.
If you try to follow through on his campaign promises, he will disown you.
I wish he would remember when Mark Levin called him the horrible things he used to call him. I wish he would remember that. He used to call him like a wacko, radical fringe. Come on, Trump. Remember who brung you to the dance is all I'm saying. So,
all right. Dragonwise, they're not MAGA. I am. How's that one hit you?
It's a little offensive. It hurts a bit.
Big Rhonda, you feel the sting?
I don't remember if you may have covered this. Do you remember Fallout Season 2 when Macaulay Culkin's character finds the note off the dead Caesar? You remember what the note said?
Kazar?
Yeah. I'm the last Kazar. Fuck y'all. I'm out.
Pretty much. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. And if he wants to walk down that path, so fucking be it. I guess MAGA's probably dead, but we're gonna have to look for a new kind of actual America first kind of path. Yeah, I don't know what we call it. I don't want it to be the case, and it's gonna hurt, but
in the UK they have multi-party system, which often sucks. Parliament sucks.
I know.
But our two-party system, we can't do a third party, which is the obvious solution to it, but it just doesn't work.
Three-party system would be better.
Gaming Ronin, they're not MAGA. I am. They gave me I am the law vibes.
But the huge disrespect that comes off of it, because Trump wouldn't be in office if it wasn't for the people. It's like when an actor kind of gets a big head for getting that they're where they're at because of everyone else.
Mark Ruffalo.
He wouldn't be in office if it wasn't for the people, which it should be the people that is MAGA, not just him.
Is it fully dead? I don't know, but it's definitely currently looking like one of Isaac's steaks.
It's getting well done. It's getting well done. We shall say.
All right, so
make America great again. It's beyond just one political party or the other. It's we're America. Have pride in our country.
first,
Yes.
one could even say.
Yes.
And the thing is, I look at it differently. I look at it inverted, actually. I think MAGA's fine. MAGA stands for what it stood for since the beginning. It's other people who are turning away and misinterpreting it and rewriting history.
All
I
these
still stand
neocons
by MAGA
aren't-
what it's always stood for. So
aren't
I'm
MAGA.
Yeah,
I
exactly
but-
right. Yeah.
But then Trump isn't completely wrong. He definitely is.
Trump
the
doesn't define what
face
MAGA is.
of MAGA.
He does good things and he does bad things. He's not the king of MAGA. MAGA is people. It's a group, and that's still where I'm at. And I'm not necessarily willing to
agree.
surrender it, to be honest. People say it's dead. I'm saying actually maybe you walked away from it, and maybe the I'm not going to say it. The MIGAs, maybe they infiltrate, and I'm not wanting to let them in.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, actually, no, sorry. We have too many tabs. We got to get to this next part because they're not MAGA, I am. And MAGA includes not allowing Iran and a blah, blah, blah to have a nuclear weapon, blah, 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 neocon lies, and ultimately the world. Oh, my God. So being MAGA, Isaac, do you think being MAGA includes going to war with Iran?
Not necessarily. And I had a different take on this a couple weeks ago when we were on right off the heels of Venezuela and discombobulating Maduro. So, I'm okay with pinpoint, strikes, go in, screw up a third world nation, kick their ass, get out, curb stomp them. But this is not what that is. The Middle East is a different beast. Iran is a different beast. And we have a history. We've got, 25 years at this point of screwing around in the Middle East. Never pans out. So we need to abandon all hope of fixing the Middle East. They don't want it. They are a Stone Age people. They are a demon-controlled people, largely. And until they receive Christ, it's a cooked continent, in my opinion. So
At least reject Islam.
We
at
all
the very
need
least,
Jesus.
but that's the thing. They never will in our lifetime. So they'll have any hope of fixing them. It's not. They'll die. They'll die on their beliefs. So.
Isaac, be a little fair. That demon has a name. It's called Allah. Okay.
It's very true. Very true. Yes.
So, Laura Loomer seems to have taken this beef to a whole nother level because Tucker Carlson talked about Shabbat or whatever. She accused him of sending people to go attack Jews or something like that, and seems to have reported him to the CIA. Whether or not that gave them an excuse to go FISA his ass, apparently Tucker has a reporter ask him about stuff that reporter could only know if they'd read his text messages. So that, along with presumably some other things, he came out and said, the CIA's been reading my text. And they're trying to set him up and get him for a FARA violation, it seems. And Alex Jones has talked about it a couple times. People like Alex and others similar to him, the administration is currently targeting. We don't have to wait for the Democrats to take over for our people to start being persecuted by the government. They're already working on it. And Tucker, top of that list.
That's the thing. The government's not really for the people.
And the government that's currently about to pass a clean FISA reauthorization bill so we can continue to spy on Tucker Carlson for Laura Loomer. Yay. I don't think Congress cares about us, guys. And then as Cerno points out, usual playbook from Russiagate, the regime spies on you. They leak the investigation to regime propagandists. These propagandists then report on the sham investigation. In Russiagate, they basically had them write stories with their fake info, and then they use those stories as the reason for, this is why we need the FISA warrant. These fake stories we had planted in the media for us. So that's clearly what happened, and we have people like Laura Loomer seem to be behind it. All right, now, the Hormuz Strait. Sounds delicious. It's not. Trump is working to assemble a coalition of countries to reopen the Hormuz Strait. But if it remains closed, chances increase for a Karg Island invasion to choke Iran's lifeblood. So we're going to talk about if we're going to get some boots on the ground because no one wants to help. We actually have some answers for that, but more on that shortly. Trump's war against NATO. Another Could we get the TLDR on this, Trump, by chance?
Yeah. Hey, Grok, can you summarize this for me real quick? Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you.
Just a cliff notes.
Yes. Is there? No. Okay. If someone had, I probably would have used it. All right. So the U.S. has been informed that our NATO allies, that they don't want to get involved with our military operation. It's not a war. It's a military operation against the capital T terrorist capital R regime of Iran in the Middle East. Okay, so not the Iran in Europe or America. Despite the fact that almost every country strongly agreed with what we were doing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not surprised. Basically, let's get rid of NATO. Yeah, that sounds great, Trump. Let's back out of NATO. Your buddies are about to try to invade Turkey, a NATO ally. We're about to have to. Are we just going to fight on both sides of that war? If Israel tries to take Turkey, then are all the missiles and telemetry us?
Will we leave NATO for Israel on behalf of Israel?
Oh, good Lord.
Wait a minute. So you know the meme of I'm not fucking dying for Israel? I'm going to make it I'm not fucking dying for NATO. That's what it is at this point.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy theory. Don't take it serious. I'm not.
Well, no, actually, I'd already thought about this because it ties into my idea, because so much of this is the liberal world order versus BRICS, the Belt and Road Initiative situation, and that corridor through the Middle East is going to be really important. That's why they want the Greater Israel, so they can be the ones who control all of that trade for the Belt and Road Initiative. So my argument is the ultimate betrayal is going to be when they stab us in the back and then fully join BRICS and presumably give them all of our secrets.
That's the concern.
Triple shame.
That's the concern. Yeah.
And so getting us to break up with NATO would actually that would be a part of that. Get us to break up with Europe, and we have no one.
Hat.
And then when all we have left is us in Israel, and then Israel's going to say, "Lol, JK." And
that's the concern, because we always say our greatest ally. It's like, well, what do they do for us ever? Do they ever reciprocate? We're their greatest ally. We're the reason they exist.
Unless we're talking. Sorry, go ahead. Finish up. No, I was just going to say, unless we're using the term greatest ally in the same sentence as Japan, I really don't want to hear any other conversations at all. Yeah. But hypothetically, I would like to ask this. Hypothetically speaking, and just, bear with me on this.
YouTube.
Hypothetically, what were to happen if, say, Tel Aviv just randomly vanished off the map? I don't know.
Other nukes start flying and we have nuclear Armageddon.
Yeah, I guess you're not entirely wrong.
Yeah,
get your winter coat.
Yeah, Samson Austin. That's the problem.
That's true.
We're in a no-win situation.
And I just want to point something out. And I'm not saying Israel's all our problems. Nobody take that. But they are. If they want to do their greater Israel, don't do it with American blood or resources. Go do it on your own terms. And if you can't, you can't. That's not my problem, really. But don't be doing it.
Isaac, okay. So that, they'd be all alone. Everyone internationally is against them, like it's currently happening with us. And then he ends this one. This is the most embarrassing part with, speaking as President of the United States of America, by far the most powerful country anywhere in the world, all caps, we do not need the help of anyone.
Oh, God.
That's the thing, because we have heritage European relationships that I don't want to see broken whatsoever.
I know people say that they don't want the U.S. to be an isolationist kind of nation. I'm not entirely against. No, to a certain extent we kind of are. Some people say we still shouldn't.
But non-interventionist is how I prefer to frame it. More than isolationist. Of course.
But the idea too is that we're isolating ourselves to just Israel now in this case.
And I just present it. How does that benefit us? That's always should be the way we look at it. How does it benefit us? That should be the central point of all these conversations.
Well, the benefit, Isaac, is one, we get the good goyim points as they would give us.
That's true.
And two, what Erwin had shown us earlier, we get the nice, surprise in the end.
When they crash the economy and we get all of our tether, don't worry, it's not a central bank digital currency, guys. When we get all of our free tether, do I get extra tether depending on how high my koi points are?
Yes.
Can I exchange them for a keychain? Or possibly
at the kiosk. At the kiosk when you check out.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. But the thing is, you never check out. So
yes, yes, it's like Hotel California. It's time for the United States to leave NATO. Great, so let's leave NATO immediately. NATO collects the check but never shows up when it's time to work. NATO making the case for Trump to leave NATO. All right, let's keep rolling.
I don't think we should leave NATO, but I'm sure if that's a hot take or not.
Well, what's your stance? Just take over and just say we are Europe's military now. Let's stop pretending otherwise. We own you now, or we just keep paying for NATO and they don't ever do shit except try to start war with Ukraine.
Is that what's going on? I could be ignorant on this. I'm just saying. I thought NATO was a different situation.
Well, NATO, they're the reason why Ukraine war is lasting forever and why Europe is trying to mobilize. They're trying to end their fourth turning with the war with Russia to destroy everything. NATO bad.
Okay.
That's why everyone's like, he's calling out NATO for sucking.
Like I
everyone's
said,
like,
my ignorant.
Good, let's leave. Well, NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So it's us and like Europe, and instead of Europe having an army,
like 17 other countries.
Yeah, it was just set up after World War II to carry out false flags to keep the Cold War going for longer.
I would also say, at the very least, if we were to say they need to all pay their dues, we shouldn't be making up for their lacking in contribution. So it's for years now, we're overpaying to make up for their slacking off. And Trump is someone that really said, you need to pay your fair share. And they laughed him off the stage. And, we need to, if we're going to be part of a coalition, an organization, at least everybody carry your own weight, for crying out loud. We shouldn't be the piggy bank of the world,
Credit to Trump on that. He has been good on that issue for a while. All right, so back to Strait of Hormuz. Hours ago, this was today, U.S. forces successfully employed multiple 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions on hardened Iranian missile sites. So we hit the missile sites that were attacking the ships.
Okay, quick Google search.
We dropped more bunker busters.
Yeah, we should leave NATO.
There you go. All right, there you go.
It definitely doesn't benefit us, the relationship.
No, that's a lot of money coming out of the U.S. that should be going to homeless veterans.
Oh,
and 100%. Yes.
Yeah, and the EU thanks us by fining all of our social media companies and banning them and attacking us constantly.
I just want to say too, Dragon touched on a great point. Homeless veterans, that's something that we need to focus. That's why I am like, screw Israel, screw all this foreign aid stuff, screw Ukraine, all that. We have veterans on our own streets that need help first. And no politician talks about that ever. So
correct. So we dropped more bunker busters. We couldn't get help from anyone. So Trump said, we don't need anyone, and dropped more bunker busters because a country was shooting merchant ships, international merchant ships, with rockets, cutting off a major international trade route. Can we call this a war yet, guys? Is it still? How many military operations?
It is.
Once we get to 11 military operations, does that make a war? Or is it like a gigabyte? We need like 1,028 military operations to make a war.
It's a tactical assessment.
Yes. I'll say I do like this. This is good. This is the first one, but then the next one is immediately Operation APAC Fury.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, I saw Operation Epstein Fury is what I saw.
Bloodthirst, yeah.
Don't forget to say please and thank you.
The bloodthirstiness of the neocons is coming out in a lot of people. Hell, even like Badger is bloodthirsty about this all. It's really sad. It's really sad to see.
Same Warhawk behavior ever since the Bush era, man. That's just all that it is.
Well, here's the thing. I hate how the argument is turned. Well, if you don't support this, then you support Islam, you support the Iranian regime. No, I do not. I just want to act cautiously for the benefit of the American people. I don't want to spill unnecessary American blood, and that's why everything needs to be assessed properly.
Isaac, earlier you were talking about we were talking about Venezuela, right? That was a legitimate
yes.
operation because it happened in under what, 2 hours or so, 3 hours, like the dead of night.
Yes, next to
3
nothing.
a.m.
Yes.
You have special forces and the U.S. military and the Navy basically sending out airstrikes, sending out tactical response units in there to basically take out Maduro's security detail and then capture him using the crazy discombobulator stuff. And they took care of it real fast. That was a legitimate operation. Hell, I don't know who else here is a quote unquote minority, shall we say, but as the minority in this panel, I would like to see it happen to Colombia as well. I want to see it happen to my own home nation. I want that retard Petro taken away from his home and brought to the United States. Let's put it nicely.
Yes, but also Venezuela, we replaced Maduro with the number 2, who is also part of the cartel. So it's
that is also a fair assessment of it too.
Didn't we send a bunch of oil to Israel?
The point I agree with Ronan is we spilled no American blood. It was very efficient. We curbed some their
our
asses,
hemisphere.
and we made a point. We did make a very strong point to the rest of the world. But I want to see those type of operations take place, and I don't know. The governor's mansion in Minnesota, maybe, where we have communist dictators running our country right now.
How about instead of getting China's influence out of Venezuela and Iran, we get it out of our country?
Out of our country, yes.
Maybe arrest Eric Swalwell to start.
Fang Fang is waiting. Yes.
All right, and then we're told, it's Gaming Run. We haven't heard from you for a second. So we were told, no boots on the ground. It's not a war. It's a military operation. Well, law JK, there's going to be 2,500 Marines sent to the Middle East.
Good Lord.
Oh, wait, lol, sorry. We also have to send another 2,500 of the Navy. But they're not boots on the ground. They're boots on the water, so it doesn't count. Thoughts?
This is going to turn into almost a forever war. If not, it is going to be one, isn't it?
It's not looking good. Trump keeps saying we won and we're pulling out soon.
But yeah, we're now sending people on the ground.
We're in bunker busting. Yeah,
it's like, we're almost done. However, we're still kind of doing more that would make you think we're still have more to do.
And rockets are still flying and we're seeing none of it. All these Gulf states are still getting hit like every night. Still flying, and then Trump keeps going on about how, we got plenty of these missiles and the anti-air stuff and whatnot, the air defense stuff. We're running out. I'm starting to believe the people who are saying we're starting to run low on that stuff, just from how hard Trump keeps saying, no, we have everything. Plus, who cares about those things? We have all this big exotic stuff. So we're going to run out of this stuff, and the only thing they're going to have left to escalate with is crazy exotic weaponry, and it's just like, that's how you get World War III's. That's not a military operation.
Well, that's the argument. Is it seems very rushed. Yes.
Yeah.
Ronan,
Now I get, because watching Jeremy D-Day cover, but like Trump has since like 2013, at least a tweet he spoke. Trump has always been against Iran, but it's like, do we actually need to be doing this right now? Like, because I know last year or whatever, there was we did bomb a few places in Iran.
Yeah,
that were nuclear sites.
We took out their nuclear sites. Yes.
So it's like,
allegedly,
why are we still doing things here?
Have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street 7 or Halloween 25?
Groundhog Day.
Yes, it always comes back.
They're always 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon since Old Testament times, apparently. So
I'm starting to think there might actually be something else
here from Mars.
They did. Jews from Mars. Yeah.
Netanyahu declares that the Iran war is not only turning Israel into a quote regional superpower unquote, but also into a global superpower.
Can I just say, it'd be nice if we could just do something to where we wouldn't have to worry about the entire Middle East. Can I just say that? That'd be nice.
Okay. All right, we don't have Hayden here tonight. We need someone to suggest nuking everything as the solution. All right. I don't disagree with you. I agree with you and Hayden more and more every day. But till that time comes. Sorry, Rhonda.
That's 3 people I know now. That's Gaming Ronin that suggests that. That's Hayden that suggests that. Even Tobias suggests it. Like, just blast the desert entirely.
Yeah, but what does he mean by that? You know,
I mean... he came up with a different term instead of glassing. It's what's it called? Whenever sand turns to glass because of a nuclear explosion.
Oh yeah,
right.
There's a fancy science thing it turns it into, right?
Yes.
Words are hard to remember.
Yes.
Well, I am retarded, so.
Aren't we all?
Tylenol Americans.
So, I talk about how when Trump first came in, I was like, oh, Trump was the first person. He's not racist. He's the first person to let Black and Jewish people into his country clubs. And then it's like, now in 2026, I kind of see that a little differently. Now, Trump and Iran with Jake or Logan Paul. I don't know who.
That's Jake. That's Jake.
Jake Paul. Trump on Iran. We support gays, but they throw gays off the buildings. We have to wipe out the evil. It's an evil curse. They're evil people. So, not that long ago, I was like, Islam bad. They throw gays off roofs. Now I go, you know, maybe they're
a broken clock gets it right twice a day. What can I say? You know.
Should we let women drive?
We should probably reconsider the 19th while we're at it.
Yes.
Fine. You can drive, but you can't vote. Deal? No.
Reconsider, repeal, you know, one or the other. Yes. One of the reads. Yes.
All right. So we got one last one, and then we get into Joe Kent. So we're told, guys, everyone loves the war. The Gallup pollster on CNN told me. Isaac, you sent this one to me, right?
Correct, yeah. So I don't like that anyone's using CNN polling to argue their point because it gives you a very false state of assurance. Absolutely.
It's like using Sesame Street for facts.
Exactly.
Yes. It's CNN. Why are we trying to use them?
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of the Trump defenders keep using this guy because the poll numbers are fake as fuck, and I've been warning about this guy for a bit. I talk about how I see someone, I follow someone who posts this guy as a source, you're getting unfollowed. Yes. I didn't have to unfollow the quartering because I wasn't following him because I already learned my lesson long ago with him. So guys, it's super popular. 90% of people sees it. Okay. So why did Joe Kent just resign? Director of National Intelligence, National Counter-Terrorism Center. Simply put, he's basically our head of counterterrorism. After much reflection, I've decided to resign. Okay. I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. All right, fair. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. Oh, so they lied about the nuclear weapons. And it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby.
Guys, we're running out of conspiracy theories. Almost all of them are becoming true.
It's just the first quarter of 2026 too.
Oh man.
Oh, oops! I clicked wrong button. All right, now let's get into the actual note. Oh my God, yeah, this is what I woke up to this morning, and basically, I support the values and the foreign policies that you campaigned on in 2016, 2020, 2024, which you enacted in your first term until June of 2025 when he bunker busted Iran, and the same day that he resigns, we bunker busted them again. You understand that wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of the precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. His wife was in the military, died to an ISIS suicide bomber or something like that. Really fucked up.
He is a Gold Star husband. Yeah.
Yes, and Army Ranger?
He's a Green Beret.
A Green Beret. Deployed 11 times. Now, currently, everyone's shit talking, and we'll get into it. Yes. In your first administration, you understood better than any modern president how to decisively apply military power with Soleimani and by defeating ISIS. So it's not he's just against all international action from Trump. He's like, when you do it properly, like what we're saying, when you do it quick and you get the fuck out of there, we certainly dislike it much less. Early in this administration, high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the U.S. So he got lied to about the nukes, is I assume what happened. And we all know, we saw it the other day, it was Jared Kushner, Witkoff, and old Fox News' Pete Hegseth, Mr. Dispensationalism.
Not anymore.
Not
he has
anymore?
been shedding. He is he is returning to reform
he's
theology.
getting away from all the Amalek shit.
Yes, he is.
Looks
That's Erwin. I will just say that is expired information. He has adopted biblical theology in the last year or two. Yes,
that's good. Well, then why was he one of the few that disinformation Trump into starting this war?
Because he's still in the state.
Yeah,
exactly. He's still in the state. Yes,
exactly. So. He's still in recovery. Let's see. Yes. This was a lie, that he should strike now, and there was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie, and is the same tactic the Israelis used to draw us into the disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands of our best men and women. We cannot make this mistake again. Gives his bona fides. Oh my God. And as a veteran who deployed to combat 11 times, and as a Gold Star husband who lost my beloved wife Shannon in a war manufactured by Israel.
Ooh.
Oh shit! And Joe Kent is not some fly-by-night guy. He has a very reputable reputation of service, many years under his belt, and so it has some weight to it. And I will say, like I said, I am a Trump voter, and Trump's response to this was horrible, saying that Joe Kent was horrible at his job. It's like, then why didn't you fire him a while ago if he was horrible?
Yeah.
And and we'll get to now he was a leaker, guys. Tulsi was supposed to get rid of him for leaking, and she chose not to. We should get rid of Tulsi next, guys.
Yeah.
So, and then he followed it up. I cannot support sending the next generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefit to the American people nor justifies the cost of American lives. I pray that you will reflect upon what you're doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold action is now. You can reverse course and chart a new path for our nation, or you can allow us to slip further toward decline and chaos. You hold the cards.
Yeah, and the attacks, we were going to talk about the attacks he's received in response from all of this. They were calling him a Yahtzee and an anti-Shemite and da-da-da and all that stuff. And
all the neocons who call Tucker Carlson a conspiracy theorist now have come up with a bunch of conspiracies that Joe Kent is a part of.
These are the people that they said all this stuff about Alex Jones for years too, and Alex Jones is probably one of the most level-headed people when it comes to this particular subject, in my opinion. So,
God forbid that he starts commenting on God's chosen people, and suddenly now he's the devil incarnate.
I exited out of it, Isaac. I had the tab, but it was Alex Jones pointing out that every country in the West has negative birth rate.
Yes, yeah.
Except for Israel.
Well, I don't consider them the West, but also.
It sure feels like they're the West at this moment.
Well, they're also on massive amounts of welfare. People don't realize we pay for thousands upon thousands of families in the West Bank to live.
Yeah.
We pay for their food, their health care, their housing, and that's an ideological thing. Do you think we should?
Oh my God!
I don't believe in welfare.
We assume Laura Loomer was being paid.
I have an answer
with
to welfare.
Israel's money, but is it actually our money that is going to? So, are we actually paying Laura Loomer to show? Oh God! All right. So, of course, I'm noticing a pattern from all the accounts kvetching over Joe Kent's resignation. Laura Loomer, Chamberlain, Mark Levin. I also noticed virtually every patriotic American supports what he said in his letter. Americans don't want to die for a foreign government. Yes, people are going to be doing some noticing. Mark Levin. I wonder if this guy Joe Kent was about to be fired, but quickly resigned first. So Laura Loomer, Laura Loomer has been she's been doing this he's a leaker thing. So it seems like they were setting to push him out of there. And let's see, because I assume he's been opposed to this, at least somewhat verbally, That's how these things typically work. He's part of that radical isolationist woke right cabal.
Of course, he's using the James Lindsayite language of if you don't support Israel, then you're woke. Apparently,
That seemed like an oxymoron to me.
It does, and my definition, the definition of woke is being anti-America. But the thing is, a lot of these people, these neocons, they link Israel and America at the hip. And we know a lot of people who support Israel. Probably, we all have varying opinions, but they're not the same country. We are two separate countries. You don't have to hate Israel, but to compare that Israel and America are tied at the hip, I think is very disingenuous. And that's what Mark Levin is doing. So,
yeah, like I said, I'm no Jew obsessor. Currently, Israel is yanking the dog leash, and
I would argue that Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro are Israel obsessed, Jew obsessed. They are the ones propagating.
That's why. Yeah, that's exactly why I use the term, and it fucks people's brains up regardless. It makes them all emotional, makes them all tribal. They can't think straight. Man, I didn't even catch this part. So they're calling them all conspiracy theorists. They really don't like Candace. I wonder if he was one of the
leakers in the administration.
Just asking questions. That is the excuse Candace Owens kept using. All right, well, I'm not saying Erica Kirk is the devil incarnate. I'm just asking questions, guys. I hate these people. I hate both sides of them. I hate them.
I hate people that hate America. Yes, I completely agree. Yes.
This is the kind of stuff that makes a person start hating Israel. That's all I'm going to say, man. I don't want to. Not at all, because I don't care for them. They're a different nation. They got their own business to deal with. But the more that you force this crap onto our literal daily lives to a point where you're going to send our own men and women to die for them, that's when you start making me hate them.
Yeah.
It's like I don't
have
hate
yourselves to blame.
I don't hate black people. I just like having my bicycle there when I go back up. I didn't choose to wake up this morning and have those bad feelings. It was done to me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
So BLM. I was going to use a slightly less inflammatory and hilarious. Or BLM. I didn't give a shit about race, and then a bunch of retarded ass black women is all like, "Kill them hunk ass crackers." I'm like, oh, maybe I should care about my race a little bit so they don't kill me.
Yes.
And so BLM made people hate black people, Jewish people starting all these wars and trying to cancel everyone who's against them. They're not going to be the ones gatekeeping. They are going to get gatekept. And Nick Fuentes and all them, it's the Zoomers, man. We'll be discussing it. It's only the boomers that support Israel now.
Absolutely.
They fucking lost everyone, which is why I would argue they had to do this now. This was their last chance. Post midterms, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. If Kamala were in, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. So it was now or never with Trump in and all the people around him. They've been preparing for this.
I'll just tell you from my personal experience. Amongst a lot of Zoomers, Gen Z, working class 20s people now in their 20s. A lot of people you ask, it's like, what do you think of Israel? They're like, I can't pay my rent this month, And so it's not like I love Israel, I hate Israel. Where you do talk to a lot of boomers, regardless of their politics. They're like, oh, we got to stand with Israel, our greatest ally,
Yeah. It's like,
where does that come from? That's like programming,
What kind of music is it?
Exactly. Yes.
So, okay. So now the attacks. Oh, come on, Streamer. Thank you. A senior administration official tells Fox Joe Kent was a known leaker, and he was cut out of intelligence briefings months ago. Why was he still in? The White House told Tulsi Gabbard he should be fired for suspected leaks, but she never did. And then she later came back and changed and was like, no, actually, that was fake news, but trust my other stuff. He has not been part of any Iran planning discussions or briefings at all. So the hits are already coming out.
They're really trying to push the known leaker thing, but yet if he was a known leaker, they would have dealt with him.
They would have fired him. Yeah.
John Bolton literally in big trouble for leaking right now. It's the neocons, rhinos, and never Trumpers who are the ones who leaked everything in the first administration. Mm-hmm. So of course, what do leftists do? They project what they do onto you. They accuse you of your crimes. I dare Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro to criticize Joe Kent, a combat vet and a Gold Star husband. Everyone's like, oh, you just wait. Don't you wait. Yeah, it should have been first. We already showed it. They did. They have no heart, no souls. Alan Dershowitz. Neo-Nazi, Jew-hating Israel basher quits administration. Good riddance to bad garbage.
Epstein's lawyer?
Epstein's lawyer,
Your
Alan
buzzwords,
Yeah,
sir.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Big Rhonda, you doing okay down there? Any
I
thoughts?
I am just genuinely frustrated at the continuous attacks. It's oh my god, bro. The Israel glazing. I'm sorry, the Israel glazing. Well,
so Trump did respond, and credit to him. He didn't make fun of Joe Kent's dead wife, so congrats. He's learning a little bit. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security. Oh my god. When I read his statement,
Then why
I
didn't
realized,
you fire him or replace him?
Yeah.
I know. It's like in his first administration, he got rid of that Goldman guy. He called him a globalist, and everyone's like, yeah, he fired the globalist. He hired the globalist, and he fired. All right. So I'm glad he's out. It's a good thing because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a tremendous threat. There's no helping him. And then Tulsi Gabbard, because they're trying
Trump
to force
is a
her out.
terrible judge of character.
He's the worst, sadly. Trump was overwhelmingly elected by the American people. Oh my God. As their command, it's literally appeal to authority after appeal to authority. He's responsible for for determining what is and is not an imminent threat. Yeah, the dude who hosted The Apprentice. He's the person we want in charge of deciding if Iran is an imminent threat or not, and whether or not to take action he deems necessary to protect the safety and security of our troops, the American people, and our country. The Office of DNI is responsible for helping coordinate and integrate all intelligence to provide the president. Oh, so all the people saying that Joe Kent didn't know anything and hasn't been briefed, maybe he did know some things? After carefully reviewing all the information before him, President Trump concluded that the terrorist Islamist regime in Iran posed an imminent threat, and he took action based on that conclusion. So
But it turns
Tulsi,
out Iran wasn't a threat. It was Israel telling him they were a threat.
Yes. And all the very pro-Israel people who told him, and lots of people told him not to. And one of these actually got community noted because yes, like there was a policy report in Foreign Affairs just like a few days before saying that this exact thing
wasn't
would
even
happen.
last week Marco Rubio said that yes, we were prompted by, I might be misquoting, but he essentially insinuated
We were
intent
dragged in.
coming from Israel to do this strike.
We've got 4 different solid sources saying that Israel dragged us into it at this point. No, actually, we had to preemptively strike them because of weapons of mass destructions. Okay.
Well,
now, all right, go ahead. Who was that?
No, I was.
All right.
Regardless of the fact, I was. The Islam regime should be eliminated.
Wait, Iranian regime or
No,
all of Islam?
Islam.
All right.
I can agree with that. I'm fine with deporting every Muslim from the United States. Yes.
Yes.
When everything is doomed and everything is screwed, and we're like, well, if we can't have it, no one can. I fully support it. But till then. All right. So now let's see what sort of people he's losing support from, because I was very alone during lockdowns when I couldn't support him anymore. I was very alone in my calling him out for fucking so many things up and mass murdering all of our parents and grandparents and fucking kids up forever and poisoning all of our friends and family with his chip.
And the people who administered in the medical industry and everything.
Yes, but that's not what we're here for. So a lot of people finally come to the realization that the Trump that lives in their head is not the Trump in the White House, sadly. MAGA is falling apart because the Trump admin is purposefully lying to the American people about the war in Iran for Israeli interest. I'm saying this as a pardoned J6er and 3-time Trump voter. This is not what any of us voted for. I haven't seen a single J6er who supports the war with Iran. The people willing to go to these people, the reason they got tortured in there is because they wouldn't flip and lie about Trump.
Right.
His biggest supporters. He's losing them. All right. Well, here.
It's almost like people don't want to be in a war.
Yeah,
and I would just like to make a
pro-peace ticket.
Make a point of that.
War, right?
Make a point of that. His biggest supporters are willing to criticize him. That's a very good sign of healthy dialogue. That means you're not a cultist. That means you are a free thinker, and that means you don't worship a politician. And this is healthy dialogue, and that's why I hate the Mark Levins, the Laura Loomers saying that, oh, well, you're fake MAGA now because you criticize Trump on this one issue. I've always disagreed with Trump on gay shit, abortion, his wishy-washiness on the Second Amendment, and I
letting
voted
black
for
people
him.
out of prison for Kim
All of that
Kardashian and
stuff.
Kanye.
And I still found my way to justify it for all the other stuff I still supported. But this is where we're at right now. And
this is a large red line that
this is much bigger. And this is why we're kind of chimping out a little bit and getting it so that he can hear us and maybe adjust the sails a little bit. Adjust the sails away from Iran.
Just go off camera.
Yeah.
Just mute your camera.
Gotcha.
And then you can take all your clothes off all you want.
Well, I just didn't know how you felt about it. That's all.
You're all good.
Just mute too, just in case there's any noise. Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, do whatever. So Robert Barnes, super well informed. I love him. I had some troubles with him in the past because he was so pro-Trump. It kind of tinted his views on some things. They have lost Robert Barnes. Now everyone's attacking Robert Barnes too now. Let's see. So Ducey, you said they hit Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait. Nobody expected that. We were shocked. Are you surprised that nobody briefed you ahead of time that there might be retaliation? Nobody. No. The greatest experts. Nobody thought that they were going to hit. The reason we haven't overthrown them yet is because everyone knew this is exactly what would fucking happen. That's why all the presidents are like, oh, they're bad. We need to do something. And they never do. Because if you did, it would turn out very fucking poorly. And it's about to turn out very poorly. And then we got Robert Barnes. He was indeed warned of this precise risk repeatedly, but he shut it out of his mind with his increasingly memento memory.
You want to remind the people, Erwin, who Robert Barnes is too, by the way. You know, he's not a anti-MAGA person.
He's super duper MAGA and has worked with Trump on many, many things.
Yes, yeah.
He is big. He has sway. People listen to him. He was very, 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 very pro-Trump. And there's people who are very, 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 very pro-Trump, but they have standards, principles, integrity. And then this crossing the red line, a lot of them are finally saying, no, that's too big a hit to my integrity. I can't do it. Cerno, highly unlikely that Joe Kent resigns if the war was going to be wrapped up soon. Do you guys think of that? Do you think if he was under the impression we were going to wrap this up in the next 2 weeks, do you think he would make this big stink and leave?
I don't think he would have. And he had better access to information than any of us do. So, you know. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because I thought about this. Big Rhonda?
I
math for you?
I think on principle, he might have still left just because of the very fact that, okay, even if the operation lasted 4 weeks, like what Trump says, or if it lasted 2 weeks, let's just run it under the assumption it may have lasted the same timeline as Venezuela, in and out kind of thing, right? I still think on principle, he might have still resigned for the sole fact that all of this is being done in the service of Israel. Let's face it. That's pretty much what it's for.
He thought Iraq war was for them and whatnot, and he was okay with the Soleimani and all that stuff, and he's been okay with the ones up to this. So I feel like he probably would have still gone along with it if he thought it was going to be
for that short time
thing.
That's maybe
right.
Yeah,
like that's a big stink. Like that is like he had to. There's no way this just started too. This has had to have been building up as well.
Yeah.
And what's the first reply? Unless he was about to be fired for leaking. I don't know.
Such
Come
hope.
on, man.
Mind you, the person they're so willingly to talk about accusing him of being a traitor and everything. It's like, this dude is a long-term Green Beret in the service, lost his wife in combat. Like, you put some respect on this man's name right now, Even if you disagree with them. There's a lot of people I disagree with. It's like, put some respect on their service at least.
Not even like it doesn't have to be in like a support our troops no matter what, patriotism kind of way. It's just, he is a very knowledgeable man. He knew what was going on. Very much so in the loop.
Right.
As about as informed about this situation as anyone in America could be. So yeah, you got to listen to that now. Trump,
But
man.
good lord, it feels like people are wanting to turn to the left, trying to shut him down, calling him a known leaker. It's like we should be, it's like calling him known leaker to shut down any and all concern. It's like that's a leftist thing. We should be willing to have conversations and talk about things, not here's buzzwords, don't listen to them.
Actually, speaking of the known leaker stuff, wasn't it recently reported that Trump is considering pardoning both Julian Assange and Edward Snowden, who are major leakers?
Oh my God. No way. I
don't think that was
happening.
Reported. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but he's considering and discussing it.
Whether I'll believe it when I see
it. The very
it.
fact that he's thinking about it in the first place, but then actually, not condemning, but basically criticizing Joe Kent here for his supposed leaking. Like, what are you doing here, Trump? Come on.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's the neocons were the ones who leaked his whole first term.
Yeah.
Now, Thomas Massey, obviously up for election. Ed wants you to believe he is Republican. Full stop. The truth, he abandoned President Trump and left the Republican Party in disgust just days after Trump won the nomination. So 2016, Trump wins the nomination. Oh, wait, what's his name? Ed Galreen. This is the guy that Trump is backing to beat Thomas Massey. In 2016, when Trump won the nomination, he registered as an independent. He left the Republican Party. And then when Biden won in 2020, he rejoined the political party or rejoined the Republican Party.
I can understand supporting someone who you think is better than Thomas Massey, but to support somebody like this who's willing to just like leave his party because, now Trump is the guy. It's like, that's not a good character right there.
Supporting whatsoever. Never Trumpers.
Lindsey Graham, but man, he's rubbing shoulders with Lindsey Graham, the gay boy.
Yeah.
It's not good to see. Yeah.
And now why doesn't he like Thomas Massey? He dropped this one today. Yeah. AIPAC should be required to register as an agent of a foreign government under FARA. You're not allowed to say that, Thomas. That might be the number one thing you're not allowed to say in DC. Because even U.S. citizens are meant to be subject to FARA. AIPAC and closely associated entities have spent over $6 million to influence my election. Keep America first. Isaac. How do you feel about this Overton window shift?
I fully agree. I don't think that should even be an Overton window shift. I think that's just common sense.
It's
we should
insane.
not have.
How are they?
We should not have foreign lobbying of any kind.
If we have FARA, then this is the exact thing it should be for. But they're a religion, so it's okay.
This is the problem. I keep reiterating to everybody: is many of these neocons in the Republican Party, they see Israel and America as this intertwined entity. Where that's not good. We can't be doing that whatsoever. Miriam Adelson, what
Isaac,
a lovely lady
posted he posted a chart with Miriam Adelson at the top. Republican Jewish Coalition, John Paulson, which is Epstein Black Book. Paul Singer,
the founder, the owner of OnlyFans, donated $11 million to AIPAC in 2024, and we always talk about just saying. So
yes, all right, so.
Don't get why people are why people think U.S. and Israel are like this when it's a very one-sided relationship. Like, we give Israel things, they do nothing.
Yeah, it's the meme. Yeah, you get coffins with flag draped coffins, basically. And that's what most of the replies are to this. It's not going good for them. And then Trump, because the question is, I think it was Susie Wiles wanted to get him out on the campaign trail for the midterms. And my argument was, no, we need him fucking leading the goddamn country. What the hell? And that was the argument. Some people like the idea of him campaigning. So he's out campaigning for that El Galrain against Thomas Massey. Trump declares, we've won the Iran war. The dead silence of the crowd is really something.
Wait, I thought it wasn't a war.
Trump goes after Massey. Absolute silence as he goes after Massey. Flynn Jr., what a waste of President Trump's time and energy. Trump did the dance. So I talked about how his meme magic was gone. And then there was the Butler assassination attempt. And then the meme magic came back. Mm-hmm. And one of the big parts of the meme magic was that Trump dance.
Yes, yeah.
Guys, the meme magic is gone again.
It's lulled out. It's definitely gotten reduced again. That's for sure. So
yeah.
But back to where it said Trump said we've won the Iran war. Yeah. Then why are we keep doing things? And if we won, shouldn't that mean we're removing troops from there? We're done with things there.
We're just nation building, Ronan.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. We're just nation building. I mean, after all, we did blow them to kingdom fuck, so we do kind of have to help them.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're building the Hormuz Strait with bunker busters. But yeah, no, the rebuilding is what they did with Gaza with Jared Kushner, the techno Jews teamed up with the Gulf State oil sheiks to create their 15-minute city. That's what they're going to move in to do. Just like after Soros overthrew the Ukrainian government. And you got the Paul Manaforts and whatnot who came in afterwards. That's the guy who got Russiagated super hard, and it's because he went to go do some rebuilding after the coup, and we destroyed everything, guys. Yeah, it's that class.
We need to rebuild America. Our cities are third world hellholes.
But Isaac, aren't you interested in going to Mara Gaza Resort? Like, come on, that would kind
It's very true.
It's very we might need the infrastructure, but the problem is that we'd get a $1.3 trillion shovel-ready job, and it'd be like the broadband we paid for and got zero broadband hooked up. So you can do an infrastructure project.
So believe that. Yeah, exactly.
So you can do an infrastructure package that costs way too much money. It's not going to accomplish much, though, sadly.
Right.
Now, back to the disillusionments. You okay, Dragon? Who was? I spoke to a leader in campaign fundraising for the GOP last night. Fundraising bucks is a good way to see enthusiasm. He how mad Hollywood was with Joe Biden's getting switched out, being mad at George Clooney and whatnot. You can't do anything without the fundraising. He told me even Trump's biggest long-time supporters are bailing on the GOP. They're citing the chaos within the admin and his bevy of broken campaign promises. Their biggest issues, he said, are Epstein and his attack on Iran, which is, if you go off the polling drops, that's when he lost the most support. Big donors are distancing themselves from Trump, and in turn, the GOP, they want no affiliation.
I'm genuinely surprised that even to this day, Epstein still is actually a discussion that we're having. Because I know Trump was trying really hard to bury it. Essentially, he was saying, Epstein files. It's just a conspiracy now at this point. People are putting too much. It's fake news. A hoax.
Yeah.
No, something happened with this dude Epstein. Something happened with Ghislaine Maxwell. Something happened with God knows how many children being taken from their homes and then shipped off to an island to be either turned into meat puppets for very terrible things or to be essentially fed to monstrous people that exist there. Something happened.
That's just a small part. He was also running guns to Somalia and doing cloning facilities, working with Bill Gates and shit.
And we don't talk about the fact
there's got to be one thing. We got to keep able to.
A lot of people who were blackmailed on that island are still out controlling things to this day. So.
My dad kind of watches a lot of these conspiracy videos online. They're all in Spanish mostly because he primarily speaks Spanish. But he brought it up to me as did you not know about Epstein doing the cloning facilities? Is wait, what? That was a surprise right there, at least for me.
Good Lord.
When I read the email, he's like, dude, we should really invent a pig with no cloven hooves so we can have kosher bacon. He was it's
God.
That was one of the emails. It's I don't know if he did it or not, but he was thinking that way. It's wow, what an odd dude. Well,
All right. Sorry, I just blasted through crossing out a bunch of tabs. Sorry for running long. All right, so this is another big one. It's not just the donors. It's the on the ground, the boots on the ground. These are the boots on the grounds I want. I've supported President Trump for 10 plus years now, and I'm proud to say that I knew he would win in 2016 when no one else believed. He was the person getting all of his friends and relatives to vote. He was the one doing the ground game, knocking on doors. He's losing the people who truly campaign for him, the people who convince their brothers, sisters, blah, 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 to give Trump a chance, the people who won him in the election in the first place. But now their criticisms are becoming more frequent, and the old silent majority is speaking up about what it is they thought they had voted for. Those same people that were his earliest supporters convinced vote Trump when they didn't want to, and are now coming back with frustrations and are feeling betrayed. And many in the DC admin bubble might think everyone is still with them. Trump thinks that. And then when everyone's like, none of us are with you, he goes, I don't need anyone. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Right. Oh my God. And basically, on the ground boots people. You're losing them. Orange Man has done it. He turned a divine mandate into being hated by his own base. Everyone I know is mad. He is fucked in the midterms, completely ruined his family legacy. Barron can forget about running for president 20 years. All for Laura Loomer. They lost the QAnon shaman.
I will push back on this one. This guy fell the fuck off. I don't endorse anything Jake Transley says. I am look through his feed. That's all I'm going to say.
He is a giant Trump supporter. He no longer supports Trump. So I assume he was a crazy when he was supporting Trump too.
That's probably a good point. That's a good way to look at it. Yes. I get the impression he's a very emotionally driven individual. Yes.
Aren't a lot of us. Yes. So what about this then? Q. Donald Trump has lost all. I'd never heard of this guy. It's got like 285,000. Even QAnon, like official fan account.
Well, damn.
Donald Trump has lost all control. You've lost the Q-tards. You've lost the Jan Sixers. You've lost the boots on the ground campaigners. You've lost the donors. You lost all the independents and women who normally didn't vote but actually came out in 2024. Probably lost a lot of the Hispanics as well, which were a big part of the 2024 win. Fuck. Who hasn't he left or lost? The neocons. The I'm with Trump no matter what crowd. Like he's always going to have like the Jeremys and whatnot. He's always going to have that vote. But that's not enough votes to be winning this stuff.
Right.
I'm kind of worried of 2028 and onward's going to look like
hell. Yeah.
We're going to live through a little hell.
Learn a trade.
It's going to
learn a trade.
Yes. And then, another J6er. To everyone who is, quote, worried about the changes in my post, it's basically just how I didn't change, Trump changed. It was my thought, and the first term was, I didn't get off the Trump train, Trump got off the Trump train. And a lot of people, that's how they are feeling. And like I said, the meme magic is gone. Trump's not going, toot, toot. He's not sticking his head out of the McDonald's drive-through window and waving at people.
Well, that's the thing you mentioned too. 6 months ago, Charlie Kirk assassination. That was the most engaged anybody has been to really start cracking down on this stuff, and they didn't. They didn't. Yes. They didn't start investigating these left-wing terror cells all across the country that are inciting this stuff, and that's a shame. It was not followed up upon enough whatsoever.
You'll never believe this, but we put a Democrat in charge of the DOJ and a couple of techno-Jews in charge of the FBI.
And same in Virginia governor seat as well. Big deal for intelligence being Virginia,
yes.
Obviously.
And John Ratcliffe, our CIA director, if you know anything about him, he's awfully fond of a country over there in the Middle East.
Of course,
well. All right, yet another one, man. I had to leave some of these. So this was what beauty queen was, big Trump fan, but now let me tell you right now, MAGA is dead. It is deader than dead. We don't recognize Trump anymore. I've been a loyal supporter for almost 20 years. I consider him a dear friend. And I will tell you right now, I do not recognize our president. All right, that's bad enough. I think that we are an occupied nation. I think that a foreign country has occupied our government, and we're now seeing that this president of the United States of America is being influenced by a foreign government.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
that's really bad for voter enthusiasm, guys.
The strings are visible now, and unless we find a way to cut them off, we're all in on this retarded play now. So
Yeah, we need the Dilly team to make a Pinocchio. There's no strings on me. Oh God. Now moving along, do we have more?
Well,
oh yeah.
I was
sorry, but Bovino's gone. We got rid of another good one too. He retired, guys, because we pushed him out because they shot a commie who tried to get them to shoot him. All right, sorry, Rhonda. Did you have something?
No, I didn't know that like Bovino actually had just retired. I heard about the what is it, the repositioning that they gave him, but
yeah, it's part of the backing off of mass deportations, which seems to be the thing. They are now it's only people who have committed crimes, and then if there's a bunch of illegals with them, so they were rounding them up too. You can't do that anymore. Now it's only people who commit the crime. Oh, they committed a bunch of murders previously in the other countries they fled. None of that matters. They have to commit crimes now. So that does seem to be a real thing. And then the idea that it went around to start downplaying it, it seems to have been real. So fuck. Now and something maybe totally unrelated, the betting markets are now predicting a Gavin Newsom presidency in 2028 with a Senate and House majority. They're also 90-10 predicting there'll be no SAVE Act. They're doing the theater. There's not going to be
a that's make it or break it, the SAVE Act.
Yeah.
They better not. Yeah. That needs to pass. That's not a if, but a must.
I don't want to be a doomer all that much, but if Gavin Newsom does somehow, against all odds, become president in 2028, I kind of want to see a boogaloo. I'm not going to lie. And I don't say that lightly. Well, I don't want to say that lightly because that's a terrifying prospect. But
it depends. Yeah, like it naturally happens. Well, the problem is acceleration good, but you want the natural acceleration. If you start doing a Nick Fuentes vote for the Democrats, we want the Democrats to win, but like not even have a majority. We want them to win so the Republicans are out of power, but not be able to just do whatever the hell they want. That's some boogaloo boy retardation. And starting a civil war let's just get it over with. No, that's bad. We're not ready for that.
No,
we just want the natural acceleration that's happening in like New York. That can be good, but we're playing with fire.
Let them live through the consequences for a little bit.
We needed 4 years of Kamala to sort this out instead we're sorting it out while our guy's in charge. And
that's the ultimate gamble right there, is like with New York. Do we let New York basically turn into Escape from New York, just hopefully so people finally snap out of it? Or are we actually just in this for the long haul, and this is going to be our future and our reality in our country now?
I have a solution.
Besides nukes?
No nukes.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
This actually ties back to what was mentioned earlier about our infrastructure and the funding for it. The funding's already out there. It's welfare. America needs workers to help rebuild our infrastructure. So why don't we give them a taste of their socialism and their communists that they want? You get a check from the government. You go with the government.
I think there was some like work for welfare, like updates and stuff. I think the Trump admin has done a little bit of that.
You go wherever you're needed.
But yeah, I am all for tax the poor. Yeah, that is the solution. Or give us reparations for all the money.
Basic welfare reform. The people milking the system is nuts, dude. These women having 8 kids from 8 different men and
3 generations on welfare. It's
supposed to be a very temporary solution to get you back on your feet, and then you get back on your feet and take care of yourself. That was the thought process, but it's not a lifestyle condition.
We have a government shutdown, and SNAP benefits don't happen for a little bit, and they say we gonna rob y'all ass and shit. You try to take our money and shit, we gonna kill you.
It's just reparations too, so it's not wrong.
Why you say that in black voice?
I don't want you to have my money, to be honest. All right,
I want to keep my money to myself.
Yes, and then I can buy a house for it, and you don't have to manipulate the fucking market. So, man, the meme magic being dead. This got dropped from the White House account, Operation Epic Fury, and this was like a day or two after they bombed a fucking school and killed over 100 people.
Wait, they actually bombed a school?
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
hear?
it was declared that the Tomahawk missiles that struck the Iranian school that was American made. Unfortunately,
yes. They tried to and no, they've since had to admit it, and well, it's the cost of war.
I remember hearing that it was Iranian missiles that shot their own, not.
That's what they like to do. Ukraine Russia war, they did a lot of that too, where they blame the other side for it.
Yeah, even
they
got hit a few times during that. Yeah.
So I used to like this stuff, but this is basically like nice shot. This is them like aiming about like how precise or bragging about how precise like all this stuff is. Motherfucker, this was a day or two after killing a bunch of fucking children. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
almighty.
I love the meme edits. I love the memes and everything, but it's you always want to tread carefully.
At night?
No, I think it was during the day when the strike happened. I believe, yeah. At least according to their time over in Iran, but
you want to be careful glorifying war, even if it's the bad people on the receiving end. You still want to be careful because it should always definitely be avoided if possible.
Bloodthirstiness makes you fucking retarded, and like
makes you blinded too. It blinds
mob.
You. Yes.
Yeah, mob psychology plus the bloodthirstiness, you end up
That's called BLM.
Yourself. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not against glorifying war if we're talking about an abject evil enemy, but we're not. We're talking about other human beings in another nation, across the other side of the planet. That's what we're dealing with right now. And yes, they have ideologies that clearly are against the United States. Yes, we have seen in their own parliament them chanting death to America, but it should not be coming at the cost of our own troops. And it shouldn't be coming at the cost of innocent lives either. And having the video come out a day after that, it's not just in poor taste. You are fucking tone deaf with that kind of stuff. The meme's funny, but you're coming really tone deaf with it. I'm sorry.
180 school children killed, 140 injured. Jesus.
Wait, show that again?
Right.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
So it was during the day.
Yep.
This is the stuff that this is the stuff that a lot of us feared when we grew up watching the Great War on Terror. This is the kind of stuff that we fear happening again. And we don't need to see any more of this, dude.
Yeah, this has got it. Oh my God. It has micro penis Mark Levin energy.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
And that's why we just say, that's why a lot of us, and I'm kind of on this boat, just declare victory and get the hell out. Just do it, and just time to move on. Let's make America great again. Get back, focus on domestic issues. Let's rock and roll. Declare victory and get out.
He says we're basically done. We've wiped everything out. We blew everything up we could. We found some more things like some school children, and we blew them up too.
Then let's get out and not deploy boots on the ground.
Yes. I like that.
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
wrap it up.
That's what all the reasonable people are saying who still have some hope for him. I don't want to burst your bubble. That's not going to happen. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
We literally just starting to get strong here.
Yeah, we just bunker busted. Yeah.
Whenever blockades start happening, we're in there for a while.
The Phantom Menace was a documentary. Don't know what to tell you, but
also there's some making an argument that they're trying to get rid of all our air missiles and whatnot, so that way they can start using their actual missiles and weapons and start actually doing some real damage. And whether or not that's the case, we're definitely running out. And then Taiwan's going to say, this might be, China's going to say, this might be a good time to take Taiwan. Now that. Oh, look. So weird. America doesn't have weapons to fight a war anymore. How strange.
And I'm looking at housing for Japan.
Anthony, man, this is... Isaac, I assume you've seen this argument on a couple occasions, especially in Gaza.
The thing is, I
Killing
don't have
school children is fine because those mean Muslims hide behind them as human shields. So
under no circumstances is it fine. And
kill all the human shields.
I don't know either way if there was or there wasn't. And even if there was,
this isn't really deep. Yeah, and this isn't Gaza though. Iran's fucking huge, and they don't got these underground tunnels everywhere.
Right.
So we know
that was actually the example I was going to say too with Gaza, but
and it was actually the school was I think there was some base. There's something strategic nearby. So it seems like they just struck the wrong thing. All right, now, yeah, and then the J6 are not liking the posting cringe memes of us dropping bombs on Iran after they just blew up an elementary school full of children. You're fucking losing everything except the bloodthirsty neocons. Let's see. Let's skip that. This chick who was just on Tucker got removed from the Religious Liberty Commission for
I watched that whole
Zionism.
interview. Yes, because she's not a Zionist. You know. That's
How was she?
She was good. She was good. I mean, always it returns to not a big fan of women in politics anyway. But as a person, she's very strong. She's a very devout Catholic woman, very strong in her faith, and she just wasn't willing to bend on that one issue. And Paula White really had it out for her, it would seem, and that's not good to be on her bad side, apparently. So she got weeded out very snake-like fashion too. It was a lot of dirty behavior.
Oh yeah, we have some snakes. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get on Susie Wiles' bad side. Susie Wiles posted this to her TikTok. Right? Bunch of Jewish people on Air Force One, bunch of movers and shakers while they listen to this song singing about them. And he asked the guy, how do you feel about, because they just did a bunch of campaigning. How do you feel about your campaign, financiers? I mean, he's like, fabulous. And then pan back to Netanyahu's campaign manager. Yeah. Out of fucking touch.
It's just they're tone deaf. They're insanely tone deaf.
Oh, all right. I thought I got rid of all the techno Jew ones, but Chris Christie says Jared Kushner got fired from the Trump transition team for prosecuting his criminal father, Charles, who's now the ambassador to France. Jared said that it should have never been prosecuted. It was something that it should have been handled by the rabbis.
What an odd thing to say.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, well, I guess code 24763 is, something up to the rabbis now. So just like Sharia law, Muslims try to have their own separate court system to protect each other. Yeah, Chris Christie just got introduced to a different form of that.
Why can't Christians have that? Why can't we have our own exclusive,
Yeah. We could have our own countries or something crazy like that.
True, yeah.
Robert Barnes, what flipped Trump on Epstein and Iran war? Was it his son-in-law being implicated? What? Israeli real estate brokers who Jared Kushner brought to the 2020 White House Hanukkah party convicted of sex trafficking. Awesome. I can't wait to see what the Gaza 15-minute city looks like. Brutal new polling from NBC. So this is NBC polling, so obviously load of shit. But my rule is if you are comparing their polling to their own polling, you can draw some conclusions from it because you're comparing the same thing. So the comparison you can take something from, whereas the numbers themselves don't necessarily want to believe them. So this is from 2023 and 2026, and this is support for Israel. So the young people, the support has dropped to only 13% and the negative to 63%. That's a super majority. 2023, only 37%. Isaac, I think I might know why Larry Ellison bought TikTok.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a reason why, and it's especially largely due to what we see, Israeli actions being taken. We don't like that, but also we're one of the most disenfranchised generations. We've been very co-opted out of our own nation with a lot of just basic civic things, and
Boomers.
We're kind of like, fuck the world. We're America first.
I have a feeling that this is why Netanyahu is accelerating a lot of the whole greater Israel stuff. He knows that once the Zoomers are in charge of the U.S., that's it. They're on their friggin' own. Yeah, they're going to have to be the ones to handle it.
Trump being in last term, about to be turned into a lame duck, plus this is why we're currently at war with Iran. Yeah. Is their last possible chance. This is the death throes of the neocons, essentially, which is a good thing. But this is what we're supposed to do when we're out of power, guys.
Right. Oh, man.
All right, moving along. Sorry, I'll get you out here soon, I swear. The normie pet accounts are now uploading this, trying to be the next president of the United States.
I've seen this one before.
That's funny. No.
That's a good one.
All right, and then final one. Also, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for super chatting. All right, final one. I quite like this one. So this guy really nails my political philosophy. All I want is a white guy with an IQ exactly of 100 to be able to support a wife and 4 kids on his blue-collar job. I want him to live in a town of 25,000 other white people that has a well-maintained and thriving civic pride. Dragon, that's it. That is the stated goal of my politics.
100%.
Yes, and Dragon.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
All right.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Yes.
You're gonna have all the fecal matter clips you could ever want. Dropping 10. Got Detective Stabler, SVU. What? I like that. Super Coops, Free Laughs, Critical Gamer, Coaximus, and the Von Junk. Whatever that is, it sounds based. Appreciate you, Dragon. Thank you, honey.
Wow. You know, we wouldn't be here without the chat, right?
Yeah,
and I used to be one of them.
Yes, and that's my whole thing. That's what my documentary all about, the kicking people in the butt. Let's stop being the chatters. Let's start being the hosts. Appreciate you. And yeah, thank you. The synergy of it all is what makes this all work. Really appreciate the support, dude. All right, so and then so he didn't end there. So he followed it up, and this is where he nails it. So Isaac, me and ABF had first addressed our concerns about your really being obsessed with the Jews situation, is when I brought it up, you had said something, because I think that's how ABF must have framed it, about how the Overton window is not really there. It kind of, people doesn't want to listen when you get into that. That was never my thing. My thing was always that the Jew obsession, either pro or against, it fucks your brain up. It makes you think stupid thoughts. I had Sneeko here, but who's got time for?
Oh, Sneeko's a brown retard. Part of my friends.
Yeah, we got Nick Fuentes voting for the Democrats, horseshoeing around and being a leftist.
My beliefs on this issue are nothing new. Yeah. I'm theologically educated.
Yeah, I got you. You're good, but a lot of people, they go into it and then they lose their damn brains.
It's the new thing. Right. It's the new thing. They develop a derangement syndrome, which you never want to do. Yeah. And
we showed the polling too. You're literally encouraged to be against it now. Similar to Matt Gaetz, the second he gets out of Congress.
Well, it's what we live in an algorithmic society, and it pays to be in trend. So
it's very easy to just Jew spur, as Mark Levin or someone calls it. I prefer more middle of the road. Well, I have nothing but love for my low IQ anti-Semite chud friends. If you think that destroying Israel or some other mind rape fantasy of yours is going to make this happen, you are probably retarded. But I will still fight to get you a wife and 4 kids and a blue-collar job.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then follows it. If your immediate reaction to this is that you're not allowed because Jews, you are a fucking pussy and a coward, and you don't deserve anything. You can improve your life and the life of people around you while you wait around for Hitler 2.0 or whatever. But maintaining this Pavlovian, it's the Jews response to everything is arguably mental illness. You can acknowledge that Jews have too much power and wield a subversive influence without just laying down and dying as if they have a total control over all aspects of society.
It's the doomer. It's like, the Jews control everything. Kind of, but also don't let that make you quit.
Also,
what the hell? Yeah, they control the media and a lot of political stuff, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on life. You just keep fighting, keep going forward. Yeah.
Yes, and because I'm all about, we're the ones with the power. If just enough of us we can literally just do whatever we want. That's what this whole fourth turning is going to be about, is white men finally getting together and realizing, we can just do things. We don't need
docking, please.
Yes. And so he lays out that last one and nails it. Feel free to just lay down and die as if the Jews are so powerful that you can't overcome them. Some 22-year-old chud got a governor to end a re-election bid, and millions in Somali fraud ended with a single YouTube video. Guess the Jews wanted that to happen. Fuck you, cowards. Yes, that is how you do it. Oh, because too many people, they want to go straight to the black pill with it. And it's just like, there's
a small little white pill right there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It's about like 15 million Jews worldwide. We're a tiny minority, but we're way more of us than them. Like, if they can do it with 15 million, think about what white men can do.
Well,
like,
the
let's
thing
bring
is,
the British Empire back.
We have to stop being so passive. That's why. And we have to have some. We have to have a racial awakening, a consciousness. As people,
I don't want to.
Everybody else has. We're not looking to hurt anybody, but it's just like leave us alone too. You know.
I don't care about being white or a man or any of that.
Right.
I'm a nerd. I care about being a nerd. That is what I identify as. But white men are the ones who created this all. They're the only ones who are capable of maintaining it, and they're sure as fuck going to be the only ones coming to save it. We're happy to get help from whoever wants to help us, though. But yes,
all hail the American Empire.
Yes, this 7 years we have before November 2032. We have a lot of time to purity test, gatekeep, and get these neocons. Because 2032 rolls around, or 2028, we have these neocons on our back in the Republican Party. We're never getting anything done. There's no point in electing the Republicans. We have to get rid of them. Yo, Jeff, appreciate you.
Yo.
Thanks for the raid. Yeah, be getting out of here soon, though, I swear. All right, so gray pill, guys. Things are bad. Things are going to get really bad. But the good news is, yes, the good news is I know the people who can save you. Isaac, I personally know the person who can save you. His name's Isaac. That's the greatest thing. My whole, because people, I say everything's fucked, and everyone's like, oh, black pill. I don't. No. Realizing everything is fucked, and that no one is coming to save us isn't black pilling. It's realizing we can save us. There is a very simple option. It's us just getting up off our ass and pulling a Nick Shirley. It's us. We have a shit ton of power. And when you just want a black pill, that's the problem with black pillars, is they want to take all of our power away from us. That's what the social engineers do. They don't need any help.
I would argue that that's a bit of a psyop, the black pill, a little bit too. They want to disenfranchise us from being motivated, but like, give up. You know, there's no hope. They control everything. Why even try? When in reality, that's why I want to keep saying Christ is king. There's always hope for tomorrow. There's hope for eternity. That's where we got to be at, you know, and that also means not always waiting for God to fix everything. He saves our souls. He gives us the strength we need. But God
helps those who help. God helps those who help themselves.
God requires determination and effort out of us.
God works
not for our salvation, but when it comes to saving our country and helping our fellow man, you know, your works reflect your faith. So
yeah. When you say, hey, God, please, I need you to save the country, what do you think? God just goes like this and the country's no.
Yes.
No, you have to get off your ass and do it.
Yes.
God
uses you to save the country.
God doesn't give you manna from heaven anymore. He gives you the strength to get up and go to work and earn your food for the day.
Free will.
God tells you, you are my instrument. You'll be the one that does this. That's how it is.
Yes. Yeah. And he uses the most peculiar people sometimes too. You know, we're not all perfect, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, like some My Pillow. Yeah. So I love the painting of an Archangel Michael like stabbing the sword into Lucifer, like while standing on him. Like we're that sword. Like we are the utensil. We can't just sit back and let someone else save it. We have to be the ones who do it.
Right.
Literally what we're here for.
A little partially off topic, but that one image is actually an image I want tattooed on my back. Completely. I know normally, like, you know, as Christians we shouldn't be getting tattoos. That's the only one I would ever get, though, just to signify the
I love it.
Pure passion I have against evil.
Yeah, I have a sticker literally right there on my my air purifier.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting the evil out my air. All right, yeah, we're wrapping it up. Gaming Ronin. Do you have any thoughts about this being a spiritual battle and how we need to save ourselves or anything like that?
About? I mean, it's all a spiritual battle, but like the black people thing, wanting to give up. It's like I don't get it, because where's the fun in just giving up, just rolling over and die? It's like we humans have this thing called a brain. We can come up with things if we just create our alternatives. Like make our own games if we learn the engines or whatnot, or our own media. Like, if you think the Jews run everything, it's like, okay, then why not create our own stuff then that they don't run?
Except Nick Fuentes does get right. He says instead of avoiding the institutions, take over the institutions.
Yeah.
He does. He does do a good bit of encouraging people to get up off their butts, but he's currently encouraging them to get off their butts to vote for the Democrats. So it's
when we should be encouraging people to want to rise up and create things like instead of always having to rely on hopefully Activision or EA or any of these studios to finally create a new game. It's like, why don't we just create our own game? We know what we want.
Retro Rewinds. You see that? It just came out today. It's a blockbuster. It's one of those like shop sims, but it's a blockbuster one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like number 5 on Steam or something today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's us. And just like AAA is going to collapse, our politicians are going to be collapsing, and it's going to be us, the indie devs, who have to step up.
Yep.
The thing, though, is like the Republican Party or two-party system. Republican Party is very controlled. Who controls it? The neocons, the rhinos. And that's why we have to have all this. A lot of people are like, oh, we need to stop focusing on this and focus on real issues. Gatekeeping the neocons out of the conservative movement is probably the most important thing we could be doing. So, yes, we do need to talk about Megyn Kelly saying Mark Levin has a micro penis. Sorry. Normally I wouldn't want to, but this is actually really important, you know? All right. Now, Isaac. How can people find you and support you getting those last 73 and a half hours?
Yeah, I'm just about a little under 100 watch hours away from monetization here on YouTube. So I truly appreciate if people subscribe to my channel and watch. We got a playlist. We got some long format videos. Play it in the background. Check it out. Really close. You're going to see a lot of these guys on the channel. Big Rhonda. You might see him. I kind of harass him for being brown adjacent sometimes. So if you want to see that, you want to see
I can barely tell, except in the facial hair.
Exactly. So we have fun, and thanks again for having me on. So, and also,
thanks for joining.
I'll tell you after the stream. Got a big
too hot for the stream. I can't wait. Dragon, anything you wanted to outro?
I might need your help on a video.
That's my thing. I'm happy to kick in the butt, but I'm also very happy to give advice and stuff as well. You can't just be a butt kicker.
Need help with editing. Yeah.
All right, we will discuss. Turns out we have a lot to discuss after this stream, so let's get rolling.
Yes, we do.
Ronan the Crusader, plug your wares.
Of course. Alrighty. So I have right here my if I can just point it right. Well, whatever. You'll see it again. It's a link tree which I have all my different links. I have a YouTube, which is Ronan the Crusader. I got a Kick, which is Ronan the Crusader. I have an X, which is Ronan_Crusader 7. A little different there. Sounds like everyone might be suffering a bit.
Five does 5 count?
But for this week, I don't have any more streams because I will be down in Orlando for MegaCon. A good old mecca of nerd, anime, and all that stuff.
I know.
So
it's like the biggest convention now in the country, or one of the biggest.
Pretty much at this point, it has actually become the biggest. It's surprising to me, like even bigger than Comic-Con. That's awesome. But yes, I will be there throughout the week, meeting all different kinds of cool fellas, meeting ABF again, meeting Colehauser, Nagardnall, everybody from like the GCA, the Fellowship, all the cool guys.
They've got like a streamer mansion, basically.
I know, it's so great.
Yeah, I'm jelly. And they should be streaming there tomorrow on ABFs, and then we should be doing a Baking Bad on Sunday. That should be a fun clusterfuck.
All right, very fun.
Game and Ronan, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Well, you can find me over on Kick at the Game Ronan on 5, where I mainly just play games. I finished Prototype 1 tonight, so...
I'm so glad you know some politics, Elise. I would have been so embarrassed.
If it wasn't for the left investing in my media, I wouldn't be into politics, but they had to ruin my Marvel and DC.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's essentially like what the neocons are doing and forcing their way in and forcing us to have to care about this stuff when... I'd rather just care about Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, God.
So did you have any more outro, Ronan?
Speaking of Marvel, I will probably be playing Marvel Rivals, streaming that for the rest of the week, because new season 7. Some assets coming out for Marvel Rivals soon.
Large assets. Yes.
First it's going to be White Fox, and then half season they're going to do Black Cat.
Are they both like DPS, or is one of them healer?
White Fox is strategist, so healer.
Okay.
We don't know what Black Cat is. I'm leaning toward DPS. So he has to be.
What's she gonna? Well, she could probably tank with them milkers on her. Yeah, her ability just makes them like 3 times larger and bounces projectiles like Mr. Fantastic. All right, actually, now we'll discuss more of that after the stream. All right, appreciate you all. I'll be over on Badgers tomorrow. Like I said, ABF should be streaming, but no gaming while we're doing MegaCon. And then, of course, we'll be back for some open bar pregame on Thursday, where I finally get to see some Project Hail Mary, which people are really loving it. So I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Good reviews. Yeah.
I need some good sci-fi. All right. Appreciate all of you being here. Chat. Really appreciate you guys being here. All you super chatters. Woots and gifties abound. Appreciate you guys. Dragonwise, was awesome having you here. Happy to help you with some editing after this. I feel needed. All right, I kept you too long, so oh my god, I didn't rate anyone. I am a failure. I am so bad at my job. I'm gonna press buttons. Bye everyone. Wave, guys, wave.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
I watched Hairspray, and not only is it a musical, it deals with race relations. It was terrible. It hurt me, but it gave me some really great clips. Here's one.